ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. With Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. Thanksgiving Eve here in New York City. They're blowing up all of the floats already uptown, getting ready for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's just the pedestrian traffic is unreal.
Oh.
But this is the best time of year. This is where we really truly kick off the holiday season. Even Don can't tell me I can't listen to Christmas music now because I'm going to. Guys, how we doing? Can I start off with one... If I can be serious just for one moment.
Okay.
I do want to say this. I am extremely I was thinking this coming in. I'm extremely thankful for the opportunity that I was given this year. And we're coming on to the holiday party, which will be sort of the unofficial anniversary of when it all was announced. But I truly mean this. It is a dream come true. Never thought it would ever happen to be part of a drive time show like this one with you guys, and something that I listened to for many years. And times I do get caught just sitting and listening and forgetting, oh, yeah, you're supposed to participate. And it does happen sometimes. But that's how entertaining it is to work with you guys. I'm grateful for both of you for welcoming me in and dealing with me and all my quirks and everything else. So
there are quirks.
Greatly thankful. And I'm glad you added that, Peter. That was great. Well timed.
Well, that was I echo the sentiment. It's been a pleasure. Always, sorry guys, pardon me as I'm pouring some daytime cough suppressant. The perfect way to start off the holiday season.
Perfect.
But I've always been a fan of yours from a distance. We always had a great time when we'd fill in together. Obviously, Don and I have the long history. But listen, you never know when you start a show how it's going to go. And, you know, this show is no different. I certainly was not sure in the first few weeks when people would ask me how it's going. I'm like, it's going good. We'll see. I'm not sure. I don't know. It still feels. And to look up and almost a year into it, to kind of see how everyone's really trusted each other as team players. It really feels like no sense of ego with this show at all. It's incredibly satisfying, and yeah, very, very grateful as well. Thank you for that, Alan.
And especially for me. Because even though I did have a little bit of time at the beginning of ESPN Radio to not work with Michael, I started on September 3rd, 2001, and Michael and I got together officially on July 15th of 2002. So there's like 10 months of not working with Michael K, and then basically the next 22 years exclusively working with Michael, and most of it on Afternoon Drive, that when Michael decided to move on, there was the feeling of it's going to be odd. I mean, it started with Declan, where
he was the original fill-in. You're saying he was the original co-host.
No. Declan would say would refer to my job as Michael K. Are you going to the Michael K show? Are you like that? There was no ESPN. It wasn't radio. He thought I worked for Michael.
Oh, sorry,
my mom would still say, "Can't Michael give you vacation time? Can't you get a break?" Like, no, Michael doesn't have anything to do with my vacation time.
And for new listeners, Declan is Don's nephew who predates the Twins by, 2 years?
Yes, 2.5 years.
All right.
So then when the kids came, it was just like, I'm going to Michael K. Like, Michael K became like the house of my job. So when you move on, it's like, all right, it's going to be Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. It's going to be different. And now that we're getting closer and closer, I guess December 8th will be when Michael K show ended, and we did the soft open in December.
Yep,
it's been seamless. It really has, and of course, it's helped that I worked a decade with Peter before the change, and I've known Alan since those days. Him coming on from the Coliseum back when we had the Islanders on our radio station, 25 years ago.
Alan, this is when Don would hold court at the Champions, right?
That's correct. And all the food, even though the kitchen was closed, the food was only for him. They would fill the table. Like Peter, they would fill the table.
They enjoyed me, and they knew that the way to my heart was my stomach.
Was it Peter Schwartz?
Yes.
Yeah. And Peter, picture this. Like you talk about Thanksgiving and a spread that you'll normally get on the table on Thanksgiving. They would look at the menu and they would look at the appetizers and they'd say, yes, that. And so every single appetizer available would be on this table. And Peter Body and I, he was covering the Islanders at the time as well for the Daily News. We would go over there, have a beer, and we'd always try to order food. And it's like, oh, no, the kitchen's closed. And we're like,
closed.
That table's got food all over it. Oh, yeah, but that's for Don LaGreca.
And by the way, this is not a joke. This is actually what happened.
No, I'm not. This is not hyperbole. I'm not trying to be performative. They would. The server looked at us and said, "Oh no, that's for Don LaGreca." And we would look at each other like, "What the hell's Don LaGreca?"
There's a food show on USA every Friday night hosted by a former wrestler who's like 350 pounds named Braun Strowman. It's called Everything on the Menu. He goes to these restaurants and orders everything on the menu. That's essentially what was happening with Don and the Champions appetizer menu. The whole nine.
The whole nine. And by the way, they laid waste to every plate by the end of the show. And every now and then he'd ask me, you want to come on? You want to come on and do a segment? And it's like, okay, does that mean I can have a bite?
Can I get a mott stick?
Can I get a stick? Can I get a wing?
Well, how do you think Repug Don just happened? I mean, this is how Repug Don happened, by getting fed for
putting
free
in the work.
Champions.
Well, you saw Repug Hahn. I mean,
that was also
Repug Hahn was also post-game beers and bar food on the road, especially those
Repug
years.
Don and Repug Hahn. What a moment.
What a combo that would have been, Donnie. But we're both so cleaned up now.
But I got to say, though, I can honestly say now that we've been doing this for 11-plus months that I don't think it would have worked with any other combination the way it worked with this. I mean, so they got that right to be able to work with you guys. So we're looking forward to many more years of this, and it's Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's the big day. We've got 3 really good football games coming up, and it's unfortunate that none of it involves the 2 local teams. But still, it should be a lot of fun because it's going to be a turning point for the NFL, and there sits Kansas City again, Peter, sitting there in a very winnable game in Dallas, where if they could win, they join the party as a wild card team, and it just feels like of all the teams in the AFC, how do you not look at Kansas City and say, that's the one good. That's probably the one team you feel good about. And if they win against Dallas tomorrow, how do you not say, more so than the Bills and the Ravens and the Chargers and the Broncos and the Patriots, that it's not Kansas City that might still, at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, come running out of that tunnel representing the AFC in the Super Bowl?
Well, tomorrow's a huge day in that regard. I mean, I think to your point, Don, with Kansas City, if they win, if they get back-to-back wins, one at home over Indianapolis,
right, a 10-2 team,
and then go on the road to beat Dallas, who, by the way, I don't think is that special, but it's still Dallas, it's still Thanksgiving, they can still put up.
And that was still a hell of a comeback.
It's a team that came back from 21 points down against the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah,
right. Which obviously I give credit where credit is due. Although we all know, guys, those divisional games are weird. We watched the Giants beat up the Eagles. I mean, it's a strange thing when you get those divisional battles. But no matter how you cut it, they put those two together to get to 7-5. That you start to feel good about Kansas City again, and I think the Booger McFarlands of the world are starting to look up. Someone who we talked to a couple weeks ago, and he was ready. He was ready to call them out. I think they get to 7-5. They beat the Cowboys. You start going, because the Ravens have been winning games, and we'll get a look at the Ravens on Thursday night as well. Huge game for them. They can't lose either. But I don't think any of us yet are fully believing in the Ravens. And how can you feel completely confident in the Bills, who went out and laid an egg in Houston last week? Like, you just can't. So it sucks that the New York teams, and in my case, that my commies are wrapped this year. It does. It is a lot of fun, though, that it's this open, and that there are a handful of teams who make this thing compelling. Like, not just the Eagles and the Chiefs. And they're both in the mix. But guys, I think if we were picking Super Bowl teams, maybe one or two of us would pick the Chiefs. I'm confident at least 2 of us wouldn't pick the Eagles. I think maybe the whole show's going with the Rams right now.
Yeah.
So at least things are a little bit different at this moment to give us some spice heading into Thanksgiving.
And think about it again too. The Chiefs get a win. They're 2 games back at Denver, and they still have a game to play against them. So that's also something to watch, just division-wise, where it felt like maybe they're out of the division. But you guys both last year fought me about the redundancy of the Kansas City Chiefs being there at the end, right? You both hated it.
Yes.
Wanted something new and fresh and all that stuff.
Yes.
So how much are you going to hate watch that game tomorrow? Like, especially if they're playing well. Is there a part of you, even though it's Dallas, and both of you are supposed to, both of you inherently supposed to hate the Cowboys and want to see bad things happen to them? How much are both of you hoping that can the Cowboys, because they never lose at home, can they win this game and drive a stake a little further into the chest of the Kansas City Chiefs? Just so in late December, we're not doing the whole, there it is, Mahomes magic. There he goes. This team's on a run now. Like, how badly do you want to see this thing end tomorrow?
You want to go first, Peter, or should I take it first?
I want you to go. You go ahead, because we may have different feelings on this.
You know how I hate the Cowboys. Despise them. Everything about them. But I hate the Eagles way more. And when you really think about it, I know this is going to sound harsh. The Cowboys have been pretty harmless for a quarter century. I'm rooting for the Cowboys tomorrow to beat the Chiefs.
Wow.
Because I just had it. Every damn commercial. And listen, I like, as individuals, I like them all. Patrick Mahomes is not hateable. I love Andy Reid. I'm not bothered by Travis Kelce. But collectively, I'm done. I'm just enough. And listen, the Cowboys aren't going anywhere. The Cowboys aren't going to the Super Bowl. So if they win, it's not like, I'm ushering in all of this opportunity that the Cowboys are going to relive their past with Emmitt Smith or even, Roger Staubach. I'm rooting for the Dallas Cowboys to end this national nightmare. Go boys. How about them Cowboys?
Now, I don't even know what's more fraudulent. Don, as a Giant fan, rooting for the Cowboys. Or me, the ultimate Chiefs hater, now being at a point where, because I am just so that guy and I am just so Captain Chaos, that because the Chiefs have been counted out, I'm now having fun seeing if they can pull this thing out again.
Oh, no.
Wow.
You are a fraud.
Now, I don't want to see them win it. I do not want to see them win it. But I don't want it to die like in the middle of the year. Don, I'd rather if I could choose the way the Chiefs go down, it's losing to Buffalo in the playoffs. That to me would be the number one icing on the cake.
You know
but
what?
Then you're risking it.
That's the better
You're
story.
risking it.
But you are. But I don't know, Don. I think Peter's right, because you're a guy that's always had an affinity for Buffalo.
I have.
If that's how the story ends, if you're telling me that's how the story ends, where Josh Allen puts on the cape and he finally overcomes the one demon he could never overcome, right? He finally does it.
Sexiest story out there in the league.
What a story that in a league right now that doesn't have a lot of sexy stories. Let's be honest. There's not a lot of sexy happening in the NFL. That would be box office.
I told you that my family, for whatever reason, it's always been a part of our lives, the Planet of the Apes movies.
Well, you love
them.
Also very close, and I thank my brother for this, is all of the zombie movies. George Romero, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all of them have had a big part of my life growing up. What you're describing is I want to kill the zombie, but it'll be just so much more fun if I wait just before he's about to bite into my neck. It'll be just so much sweeter to kill off the zombie. Now, you know what? Kill it from 100 yards away. I don't want to take the chance of having another Bills loss, to Kansas City. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't take that chance. I want this to end in humiliating fashion with them missing the playoffs. I understand everything you're saying, how dead sexy it would be to finally see the Bills beat the Chiefs or the Chiefs to lose a heartbreaker. But we saw that, guys. We saw that, them losing at home to Cincinnati in the playoffs. We've seen Kansas City lose in the postseason. But have them not make it, that's what I want to see. I just want to see this finally come to an end, please.
I will.
Enough.
I do need to add this, though, and we'll get to calls at 800-919-3776 on tomorrow's games and how we are feeling about it, because we're all going to have our Thanksgiving dinners. but we're going to have football on. That's what we do.
That's right.
So is there another game, or is this the game that you're going to watch a little closer, a little more attention to it because it's the Cowboys, but also because it's the Chiefs? And you got, like, if you're a Giants fan, I mean, how do you feel here? So that's what we need to know.
Dead inside. That's what I feel. Dead inside.
Dead inside is how you feel. It's bad for business, Don. It's bad for business. But every aspect of your business, from the most mundane to the most complex, will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. That's what we need. AI is literally a race to the top. To the companies that engage AI first, they'll win. Will that be you, or will it be your competitors? Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. How about play calls? How about kicking a field goal when you have a chance to go up by 6? That's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
See,
Donnie.
That's what's so, you're going through it as a Jet fan, but there isn't that AFC rival playing tomorrow to get caught up in it, right?
Oh, God.
But for me, I want to hate on the Cowboys. I want to root for the Chiefs to beat the Cowboys because it helps the Giants for a wild card or for the division. But I'm dead inside. I've got to artificially, you talk about artificial intelligence, I've got to artificially, as a fan, find something to entertain me because the Giants are out. Same thing with the Jets, right? There'd be some kind of tie-in if you were a Jet fan, rooting for the Ravens to lose because it would open the door for a potential wild card, right? No, you don't have that. So now we got to find our stupid little reindeer games again come Thanksgiving because it's meaningless to our teams.
Pathetic, but true.
At least, Peter, you're going through it, Peter, but you have a reason. Your quarterback got hurt. All right, I'm not trying to apologize for what has been a complete quit job by the rest of the team, but still, you have every reason to believe that next year, healthy, Washington's going to be back. But for me, I don't know. I don't know who my coach is going to be. I don't know who my general manager is going to be.
But you do know, after being full participant today, it looks like you'll get a look at your quarterback again this weekend.
Yes.
And I think, you guys know I'm on the side of, I think all of these Jackson Dart games are important.
Yeah.
I think you guys likely have the guy, but I think it's still important he show you a lot over the next 5.
Yes.
If you want to feel good. Like, Don, agree with me here. Over the next 5, if he were to, not be special and just be sort of mundane, I don't think you're living so much in the games before the injury that you're feeling great about next year. I think you really still want to see him perform the rest of the season.
It is interesting because, the Jets have their coach and they have their general manager, at least for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going anywhere. Just don't have the quarterback. It looks like the Giants have the quarterback. They just might not have the head coach or the general manager, which then puts the Giants in the same plane as the Jets, like that unknown. But I'm with you. When they play Monday against the Patriots, there's a reason to watch. It may not be, winning to make the playoffs, but there is a reason to watch, to see. Finally, the Kafka and Dart combination. Now, we'll get into a lot of this on Monday leading into the game, but I think that's kind of important. Now, there's a lot of people that, like Anthony Pusick and Tessa that just want Kafka gone because he's part of the previous regime. But I still think he's getting a look here, and for the first time in the Kafka era, he'll have his quarterback. Now, I thought he got great quarterback play in Detroit, but I still believe if Dart plays the week before against the Packers, I think they win. Well, so let's see.
Is this crazy to you guys? I since the second I saw the graphic pop up that the game was approaching, and this means it probably should be one of my picks. Don't guarantee it will be. I love the Giants on Monday.
I love it.
I
love them on the money line. I think they're winning this game.
I love the Giants in this spot. I think it's going to be a classic. Right when the Patriots think they have everything again, the Giants always beat them. I think it's going to have that emotion to it. And by the way, I wouldn't completely sleep on that storyline. I mean, let's not forget the Patriots now are in their moment. This is the we're back tour.
Yeah.
They are on what, a 9-game winning streak, 8-game winning streak.
9.
They are running across the league right now, running roughshod over everyone. Everyone's is a believer, and now they're up against this beaten. And the Giants have lost 6 straight, a complete disaster in theory. But we know.
But they're in every game.
That's the thing. We know.
It's crazy.
Those of us who aren't
Patriots don't blow anybody out.
Those of us who aren't Anthony Pusick, we believe that this team finds a very crafty way to stay in every single football game. I love them on Monday.
I'll tell you what, here's why what you're saying analytically, it makes sense. The spread is 7.5.
That hook is fantastic.
It is, but ESPN Analytics has it at 56% New England.
I don't care.
No, 56.4%. That's not an overwhelming favorite.
To win or cover?
To win, just to win.
To win the game?
It's to win the game.
Interesting.
That's what, right? To me, that's what
right.
gets me is the 56.4% at a 7.5-point spread.
I think a lot of people see it the way Peter and I do. It's a team that has won, how many in a row now? 9.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are one-possession games. They're not blowing anybody out. They're impressive. I don't want to take anything away from them. They're a great team, and they're going to win this division. But up against the Giant team that's lost 6 in a row but have blown leads in those games, it just feels like the perfect storm of the Giants are due. And I love the storyline that Peter brought up about, like, in New England, that it's the Giants again. So Dart's practicing, although I don't think they've declared a starter yet, but he's practicing. In all likelihood, by Monday, I would think he'd be okay to be the starter if he's practicing in full. I like that storyline. We'll have our picks at 5:45. People need to know this is going to be a very interesting show, Alan.
Yeah, let's break down the schedule for everybody now that you know our schedule.
This is our Friday, basically.
Yeah, well, it's our Friday, but it's also we're going to give you a little taste of every day of the week. So if I have the schedule correct,
take a look.
As we now are, we're talking, we're giving you our open. We will get to calls next, 800-919-3776. And I insist upon you that this is when you want to call in because we now have a jam-packed show. So we have calls. We have more lines, though, to get to. But we have the binge coming up at 3:45. Then what are we going to do at 4 o'clock then,
Gary
Anthony?
Myers.
We have Gary Myers. That's right, at 4 o'clock.
We won't play the song.
Please don't. But Gary Myers on a Hall of Fame debate and conversation, everything going on there.
Because he's got all the ins and outs, like from an analytic standpoint.
Yep.
He can tell us Eli's chances.
And, of course, we can discuss the Giants and the coaching search, too. He's got a lot of info on that.
Yes.
At 4:30, it's Wednesday. You know what that means?
The list.
I
got it. It's gorgeous. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, wow. All right. Don's got a pinup list. 4:45, we're going to do a Talk About It Wednesday. Then 5 o'clock, Fraud Alert Friday on a Wednesday. You see what we're doing? We're giving you basically a cornucopia of all of our segments in the week one show. 5:30, that guy Thursdays on Thanksgiving. We can't be that guy on Thanksgiving, can you? But we're going to do it today.
Sure you can.
Then, as Don said, 5:45, we'll give you our NFL picks. Peter still trying to recover. Don and I now locked in. And then at 6 o'clock, what a way to send us off to Thanksgiving, ENN. I like this as a slate. This is what you call a slate.
You got to feel good about this.
Right. So there's our playlist, our set list, however you want to call it, and that's what we've got for you all coming up. But next will be your calls at 800-919-3776 to conversate with you on all things sports, especially with the NFL and the slate of games, and whether or not you feel like, is this Dallas Chiefs game a game that you could have some type of emotion for, whether you're sick of the Chiefs and want to see them buried, or the last thing you want to see is the Cowboys win on Thanksgiving. So more calls to get to. A lot to do today, the eve of Thanksgiving here in New York City. On Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
14th ranked St. John's faces 21st ranked Auburn in their third game of the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins at 7:40 on the ESPN New York app.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Just packed out there on the roads with the holiday tomorrow. Staten Island Expressway westbound, crawling heading over to the West Shore. Delays go back across the Verrazano into Brooklyn. You're bumper to bumper on the westbound belt from Flatbush Avenue. BQE eastbound, crawling toward Northern Boulevard in Queens. Crash involving a tractor trailer. Only the left lane is getting by. FDNY on the scene. Traffic is backed up to the Williamsburg Bridge. All of your purchase, the outbound George, pretty heavy already. Best of it right now. West Side Highway and Henry Hudson. Inbound George 20 to 34. The upper deck, a lower level, about a 10-minute ride. Outbound Lincoln will run you 10 to 15. Outbound Holland 45 plus. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, hockey fans and holiday shoppers, of course, join us live from the NHL shop in Manhattan. It's West Plaza, a block from the Garden. So it's on the other side of Moynihan Train Hall, by the way. That's really all it is. It's very easy to get over there.
Yeah,
and it's a great spot, too, by the way. There's a big Whole Foods and a Peloton store. We'll be talking all things NHL and joined on site. Ranger fans, listen up. Hockey legend Mark Messier will be there with us live. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL Shop NYC. Don't miss, of course, our show live this Tuesday, December 2nd, from the NHL Shop in Manhattan. So I normally, when we're here in the studio, we don't really get to watch the YouTube feedback, right, of the show.
All right.
But because, we want to get calls, we want to involve everybody. And a lot of times what we're hearing is that those who are watching on YouTube, they go into the comments section and it's like they're being ignored because we don't really acknowledge the things they're saying. So I thought, well, why don't we do that today and be thankful for them being part of the show. Sure. And, of course, what do you notice first all the time? What's the first thing and I hate that it always has to be this way, but when you're looking through comments to see what are some interesting things that people are saying that we could talk about, what's the one thing that always seems to pop up first? You guys know.
Well, just the negativity?
Yeah. It's the asshat in the room. And so the guy, and I love the fact that the group is going at him. Because this is just some miserable dude that just feels like he's got to just complain.
Okay, what is he complaining about?
Oh, just that the show sucks.
Really?
Things like that, like
show
how
he's watching and consuming.
It's exactly. So you're spending your time watching, but you're going to complain. So it's Snouty Man, of course, is the name. So it sounds like definitely somebody that is well put together. And it's just a very bizarre thing to be as a human being, as someone that just goes into a chat and just decides that you're just going to, complain and whine and just say negative things.
Day before Thanksgiving.
While the rest of the group is like kind of going through it with things they want to talk about and say with us. Like, for instance, JB asked announcer lineup today during ENN. Peter, what's the answer?
Will there be an announcer lineup?
Yeah,
of course.
You bet your ace. Yeah. So there's that. Don, there was a Giants fan that was upset with you for saying that, like Daniel said, Don should wash his mouth out with soap. You never root for the Cowboys except for last week against the Eagles. You never do, but except
right, you never do. But there are times you do. Listen, I don't love the Cowboys. I'm just saying that right now my level of hatred is bigger for Kansas City than it is for Dallas. Just because at the end of the day, Dallas hasn't. They won like 2 or 3 playoff games in the last 25 years. Haven't won a Super Bowl since, 1996? All right, so at some point, because let's face it, our hatred comes from how they play against you and also their championships. Remember the St. Louis Cardinals were in the Giants division. I never hated them because they were harmless.
There you go.
The Cowboys reached that level? Not quite, but still – I'm just irritated by the Chiefs.
So D said that's an age-old question. Do you root for your rival if it means your team needs them to win?
Of course.
And Enzo said it's dumb not to root for your rival if your team needs them. So, yeah.
Because,
you're the king of fraud, so you know these things better than anything.
Right, but I do think, and I think Peter will agree, that sometimes your hatred for a team surpasses your love for your own team.
That's sad.
So if you're rooting for the team you hate and it's going to hurt your team, then you have a problem. Like, I respect that level of hate, but when it exceeds your love of your own team, then you have to reevaluate, right? You got to call a timeout, and you got to towel off.
So we have.
I want to know why that guy hated us. By the way, did he have specifics?
It's like it was all like the usual blather that comes from people like this. It's just nonsense. It's like the general blanket statement of this show stinks. And nobody watched, and everybody also goes with the ratings, getting killed in the ratings. Guys, there's no rating anymore.
No, we don't pay for
Get
ratings
over
anymore,
it.
So it doesn't matter.
By the way, although the streaming numbers and everything else are outstanding. But Roan said something that he's right. Ronesco. He said, I hate negative comments always catch attention. Because look at all the love, Hahn. You're right. Yeah. And that's what I want to do from here on out. I just want to, because it's just annoying, and you're being that guy. We're going to call you out later again because you're that guy. And if there was a way, instead of a block button, it could be a slap you in the face button, I'd do it.
Oh, look at that.
All right? That's how annoying it is.
You chose violence, Peter.
You're being that guy.
Getting spicy. And by the way,
it's stupid.
I have a thought.
You're the only one that's complaining. Everybody else is like, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for you guys. There's one guy that's buried in LIE traffic right now, and he's thankful that he's got us. And by the way, are you watching us on YouTube while driving?
Yeah, and certainly don't comment.
It must be really bad traffic.
But are you driving if you're not moving?
That's what I mean.
And I have a prediction here also, Don.
Go.
I think the person, the snouty person, I think that's an alias. I think that's someone else who's regularly in the chat who today feels like getting something off. How about that?
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what I'm sensing.
Okay. Well,
that's my theory.
Anyways, it's just there's a lot of times when people get upset because they'll say you're being sensitive to comments. What I don't like is you're the only one, while everybody else on the day before Thanksgiving is just having a good time. You could tell just from reading the transcripts here, it's just a lot of back and forth and interaction, which is really cool. And there's one dude that just has to just keep complaining.
Have fun.
So please stop being miserable.
That's that guy.
Yeah, that guy. 800-919-3776. So we acknowledge everybody in chat. And again, thank you everybody for watching. And even the negative one, you loser. Guess what you're giving us? You're giving us a view. Good job. Thank you.
Love it.
Put the money right in our pocket.
Bang.
Let's go to Danny on Long Island to start things off. Danny, happy Thanksgiving. How are you?
First of all, happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody there, and have a great day with your family. Enjoy the long football weekend. Watch the chat light up when I get on, by the way. There's a lot of people have a lot of negativity to say about me, and I could care less. Only Peter gets more flack on that thing than I do. So God bless anybody sitting in front of a keyboard right now in their boxer shorts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon that feels the need to type something. Believe me, I'm okay. But listen, everybody have a great day tomorrow. No drinking and driving. Be careful. Enjoy your family. And I'm going to miss a lot of football because I'm taking my mom out to dinner because that's what Mom decided she wanted to do.
Well,
we had a big Thanksgiving on Sunday because I got my son home from college Saturday night. My son's been home 15 days since last January 1st. You want to be a college baseball player? You're not going to be home much. So we had a great Sunday with the kids watching football. Now we're going to go out for dinner, something a little light. Don, you're 100% right about the Chiefs. If you're a fan of NFL drama, and so is Peter, if you're a fan of NFL drama, you want the Chiefs and the Bills to meet again in round 3, like Rocky and Rocky 3, and you want Mahomes to lose on a 4th down and 3 from the goal line on his knees like Y.A. Tittle. But the problem with that scenario this year is that Buffalo is not going to be there. It doesn't maybe. They're going to be 7-8 or 6-7 in the conference, so they're not going to meet in the playoffs unless they both win 2 road games to get to the AFC Championship. It's out of the question as 2 wild cards that they would meet in anything other than the AFC Championship. And I have no faith that the Indies of the world and the Denvers of the world and the New Englands of the world are capable of beating Mahomes in the playoffs. I need Mahomes out. I want him out. So I'm going to be satisfied enough that the Cowboys knocked him out and they never make it. Because if Buffalo was 14-3 with home field advantage throughout, I would feel okay that this is the year that those poor Buffalo Bill fans are going to get their moment and we're going to see Mahomes fail in the last moment, and it'll be a great drama. But that's not going to happen this year. So I need Mahomes out now.
Wow.
So I'm rooting for the Cowboys.
No, he's right. I think
Thank you, Danny.
he said it very, very well that, Peter, you're trying to present a scenario that is such a Hail Mary at this point.
For many reasons.
It's not worth it. But can make it that much more spicier if it did happen, but it's putting all your chips on 0, right? I mean, you're just hoping it's probably not going to happen. And that's going to be the frustrating thing for Bills fans. This is the year it should be their year. It's so wide open.
Yep.
Kansas City may not be there, and they have their own problems.
No,
maybe they can right the ship. Maybe they can. I don't want to rule it out, but right now that doesn't feel great for the Bills right now.
No, they had Brandon Cooks. They needed some wide receiver help. That's what they did. So
that's what they did.
That's all they got right now. James in Pennsylvania, though, wants to talk Giants. Go ahead, James.
Hey, James.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I just want to know, Don, now if Dart is cleared, okay, and he plays in this game Monday night, and he gets hurt again, what do you do with this kid? Because this will have to be on him and somewhat on the organization, too.
Well, no. Well, listen, if he gets hurt doing something stupid, well, then try to get him to stop doing stupid things. But if he gets hurt just playing the game, well, then you'd rather find out now than like later when you've invested everything in believing he's going to be the man. Listen, right now it's easy to say Dable was irresponsible with him. Although when we had Carl Banks on after that first injury, guys, he said there was only like 3 or 4 designed runs. A lot of it was just on his own, and he's got to learn. But you can't wrap him in bubble wrap either and just say, save him for an emergency. I got to find out exactly how good this kid be. And if I find out he's injury prone, then that slides into the negative category.
Yeah,
right, Alan?
I completely agree. And James, he needs reps. He's still a young quarterback in the NFL. The more reps he has, the better he'll be prepared for next season when you're hoping that it all comes together with the right coach and players, the neighbors back and Scatterboo back. Like, that's what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
So the more reps he gets, the better. And if you're afraid of him getting hurt, then why is he playing? Like, why even bother? Because you can't, like Eli Manning started 1 million games in a row, never got hurt. Like, you can't worry about a quarterback being hurt. And Don's right. If he just keeps getting hurt, eventually you're like, well, he's one of these guys that can't stay healthy.
But I'm sure they had this conversation over and over with him of, how to protect yourself.
They have.
But I'm just trying to figure out when do it come, because
you're worried. I know you're worried about it. You're worried about it. You know what I would think, Don? How about this? The last game of the season is against Dallas, right? Is it the last game? Like, if the game means nothing to either team, do you play them? Or do you just say, all right, this game has no meaning whatsoever. Let's shut it down. If the game meant something to Dallas, then maybe you want to play him because you want to stick it to Dallas.
No, because I'm going to give you the scenario. Now, it wasn't good because Dart's been good, but it was the last game of the season in 2004 for Eli Manning against the Dallas Cowboys, where he changed the play at the line of scrimmage, gave it to Tiki Barber. They got the game-winning touchdown, where the organization says, we got our guy. Listen, if Dart plays out of his mind and you're like, oh, then maybe. But I think every game has value for him to learn. And if he's going to get hurt, guys, I don't know. It's football. You can't wrap him in bubble wrap.
No.
Do you ever see the movie? It's an awful movie, so I'm going to give away what happened because I'm going to do you a favor and not watch it. There's a movie, The Time Machine. It came out like 20 years ago. And the guy invented the time machine because his fiancée gets killed, and he wants to change the timing of it so she doesn't die. And like 3 different times he goes back to that moment, and she died 3 different ways because it was just meant to be that she was going to die. So it didn't matter.
Wild.
If he's going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. If he's injury prone, he's injury prone. You can't just strategically place him in situations all the time where he's going to be safe. If he's meant to be the guy, he'll be the guy.
Yeah.
If he's meant to get hurt and never play, he's going to get hurt. So you just got to play him. But be careful about it and teach him to slide and teach him to be a little bit more responsible. But, guys, the not playing him to protect him, what are we doing?
I completely agree on that part. You're right. And by the way, that movie sounds like it could be a fascinating movie. It just probably was poorly done.
I just didn't care for it. Maybe people did. I don't know how it Peter, you're good at these things. I don't know how well it did.
Yeah, it must have storyboarded well, and it just
but it was sad. It was sad.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
Just like she gets killed by a mugger. So he goes back to they don't go into Central Park, and it turns out that she gets run over by a wagon because it's set in the late 1800s.
Why is it funny?
Because
for some reason it just sounds
what a terrible
by the third
day
time.
is.
By the third time she dies, it must be you probably break out laughing, right?
Well,
Do you not just start laughing like, oh my god?
Well, the reason I didn't like the movie is because of the way that it ended. They go like 35,000 years into the future. And it's like, well, that's and the Earth's basically a burning cinder, and it's like, well, what are we doing here?
You know what? It's
Let's have fun.
Great take by Don. Once you do 35,000, you know what you're doing? You're punting. You're saying we don't even have to think about what this looks like.
We're lost.
We'll just do whatever.
We're so lost. Steve is in Queens. Steve, you're up next.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hey, you got a minute? Steve, real quick, Steve.
No, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
There's a woman
Steve.
in there, so that's at least different
good
than
for
some
him.
of our callers.
How about we go to Sam in New Jersey? Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
We're good.
Okay, it's just kind of a general question, but it points to what you guys are talking about with the Jets and the Giants. They're both out of it. And what do you believe and let me just say this backstory just briefly. I'm from Los Angeles originally, but I've lived in New York for 35 years, so I'm a Ram fan, so I'm very fortunate this year. But luck only goes so far. You have to build a winning culture. And Les Snead and Sean McVay, they're really good at what they do, right? So, what, in your opinion, what constitutes a winning culture? Because it's not here in New York.
Well, that's true. And the first thing I'll say, Sam, and I'll defer to Don and Peter, I will say a winning culture, all right, as simply defined by having everything provided to win from everybody at the top. From ownership, meaning letting Les Snead F them picks and make moves because it's the right thing to do. Les Snead understanding it's time to go for it. I'm making that trade, right? I'm making those moves right before the Super Bowl to load this team up and get that ring. It's also a head coach in McVay that has a system that the players look at and go, no, that works. And they buy into it. And then recognizing when players don't fit, don't try to force fit it, get them out and bring in new players. That's what starts it. So players follow suit to winning cultures. It starts at the top. Don, you agree or disagree?
I agree. I think it's also just consistently winning. That every move is about getting better and that every year you're involved in some way, shape, or form. Yankee fans might not want to hear this because they haven't won since 2009. They have a winning culture because the culture is every year they're among the favorites to win.
And it's expected.
And that's the mission statement every year is to be involved, and that's what I look at as a winning culture.
Peter,
I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm checked out by something that's happening with my child.
Okay.
Oh well. All right, well, hopefully.
By the way,
everything all right?
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I you know how you would describe you set up for your first ever Thanksgiving and you go with your child. You go, oh my God, I wanted a kid forever, and now I'm going to get to be Clark Griswold, and this is going to be the greatest thing of all time.
Hell yeah!
And then imagine reality.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's where I'm at on this Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Welcome to Dadville. Coming up,
hopefully it's the first of 40.
An NFL Binge Thanksgiving edition. Next,
God bless.
Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Schoen is just safe and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang!
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Hahn Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop in Manhattan West Plaza, a block from the Garden. They'll be talking all things NHL.
It's hockey, man.
And they'll be joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL shop. Hahn Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop. This is...
We're going to rub football all over ourselves today. I did consume a lot of football back in the day, pre-kids, in my underwear.
The NFL Binge.
You watching every game, baby? Are you watching?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special day before Thanksgiving NFL Binge. All is well with my daughter, everyone, by the way.
Good.
Her freak out was joy for my brother and his family arriving. All is good here in the Rosenberg household, at least for this moment. Check back in with me hourly. Now, let's get you ready for the weekend in football a little bit. Of course, coming up in ENN, we'll have your NFL announcer lineup. Here in the Binge, guys, here's what I was thinking. I'm going to hit you with a couple of big headlines that we have for football that are worth note. And then how about a stroll down Thanksgiving football memory lane?
I like it.
Don, interest you?
Yes, and you'll know why I'm apprehensive later on in the show.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, he's going to keep that to himself, I guess.
Well, let me give you some...
Or do you want me to expose what my list is?
Oh.
That's enough
No
of a tease
spoon.
right there. That's all we need.
That's it. That's all.
All right. So a couple of quick bits of injury news for Thanksgiving weekend. We found out Jackson Dart, full participant in practice today. That's good news for the Giants coming up with the Patriots on Monday night. Now,
still in the protocol, though, correct?
Yes.
Not cleared from the protocol.
Not cleared, but full participants.
But yeah, it's looking
good. If he doesn't play because of the protocol, then I'm legitimately concerned.
I would be too.
Yeah. No, we're 5 days away, and he's a full participant. We should be good there. Now, closer to today in terms of injury news, you have the Packers tomorrow against the Lions. Josh Jacobs back after his injury suffered at the hands of the evil turf of MetLife Stadium. He's back in the lineups, big for fantasy players and Packers fans. Joe Burrow officially added to the active roster for the Bengals against the Ravens tomorrow night. And the Chiefs will have Isaiah Pacheco back as well in their matchup against the Cowboys. So, a lot of information there for if you're betting tomorrow's games on FanDuel, I'd recommend, by the way, of course, promo code Peter. Yeah, if you're going to do it.
Nicely done.
Or if you're a fantasy player. I might have to get in on the betting action, guys. I might
tomorrow?
Yeah,
I'm feeling it too.
I'm
feeling a sprinkle.
Listen, my team stinks. I got some stuff in the old FanDuel account. Why not?
Yeah,
but now
like throwing some Frank's Red Hot on the turkey, right? Spice it up a little bit.
Just a tad. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Maybe you're feeling crazy this year. You went to Popeyes and got the fried turkey, which is a real thing. Done it multiple times. Quite good.
Is it?
It is good. It's no.
We were going to send one to Zach because he can't come home. He's with the team. And
here's the thing, though. It's a real turkey, though.
Okay.
He would be making. Does Zach know how to make a full-on turkey?
I think what we
frozen?
read was you get it cold, and all you have to do is
no, you get it frozen.
Frozen,
but it's cooked frozen.
Well, I mean,
you just have to heat it up, right?
Right. That's what I meant. It's not like you're making it from scratch. It's all there. You're just heating it up. No.
I think.
Didn't you do it?
I did it, but I don't remember.
Oh.
I'm not to be trusted with things like this.
Yeah.
I think it's cooked.
Allegedly.
But I will say I'm stupid, and so when I got it, I was disappointed because I thought it was going to be fried like fried chicken.
Right.
I was picturing like crispy turkey. It's not that.
Not? Oh,
it's
okay.
juicy and it's been fried, but so it's got extra juices and flavor, but it's not crisp. Okay. By the way, you know what we're doing this year? We got some chicken also. We might just do some chicken and a turkey breast. Because how about this? Chicken's better than turkey. How about that?
True.
I mean, what are we doing?
I'm already ready for it.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's take a stroll down memory lane now. We're going to go way back in the Wayback Machine. And I think you guys will both remember this quite well. The date, November 25th, 1982. Let's take a listen.
Danielson looking outside. He throws. Picked off by Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor down the sideline. Don't think he can't run. Lawrence Taylor's going to go and burn them all. 97-yard touchdown interception by Lawrence Taylor.
There you have it. A moment in time.
One moment.
Donald, do you remember where you were?
I was at Grandma's house.
Of course.
Watching with my dad and Uncle Bob. That was the strike shortened season, but that was an amazing play.
A glorious moment. Very different than
7 yards.
Now, it would only be right that if we have a moment in Jets Thanksgiving history.
Oh, no. Please don't.
We go to November 22nd, 2012.
No.
Broken play. Mark Sanchez scrambles up the middle. Lost the football. It's picked up. He ran right into the back of Brandon Moore. Fumbled the ball. It's picked up and running into the end zone with the loose ball for a touchdown is Steve Gregory. Are you kidding me?
No, Bob, we're not kidding.
Little did Bob know, 13 years later, it's still the butt fumble. The butt fumbles continued. No.
That it wouldn't get any better.
No, it
didn't get better for Mark Sanchez.
No, it did for a while.
Yeah.
I remember I was there, and I was having a conversation. I had to go to the suite to visit with some listeners. And I remember a listener telling me, I'm really afraid, Don, that they're going to fire Rex Ryan. After I want some consistency. I know it's been a bit of a struggle the last couple of years, but I really – and he ended up being so right. Now, listen, Rex lost his job, but look at what's happened since. Now, maybe it would have happened anyway with Rex, and some of it did happen with Rex at the end. But that was the beginning. That you know what? That was the intro to pain.
Yep.
Right? That was the precursor.
That was the return to misery.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that really was.
By the way, these all sound like horror movies. Return
to misery.
The Jets. All right, let's go to a joyous moment for your boy. In fact, I'd call it my favorite Thanksgiving football moment of all time. And guess what, guys? It was the same day as the butt fumble, November 22nd, 2012.
And they're going to try it. Pass wide open. Rolling into the end zone is Niles Paul for the touchdown. They take a shot, but they get it to Niles Paul, the tight end, his first of the year.
The great Niles Paul.
That is a strange poll.
Is he a semifinalist for Hall of Fame?
No, by the way, a strange poll because I just told Anthony what the game was. And you could probably pull there's a Santana Moss touchdown. Right. There's a Pierre Garcon. There's a whole bunch of people guys would go, you'd go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, the Niles Paul. RG3 throws 4 touchdowns. Redskins rout the Cowboys on November 22nd, 2012.
I remember I was watching that at MetLife, getting ready for Jets and Patriots. Because it was the same day, like you said. I remember that.
At that moment, I thought, what could possibly ever go wrong for this team? Well, everything.
Everything.
That'll do it for the NFL Binge Thanksgiving edition.
It's a very good binge.
Why not celebrate the past like the butt fumble? Beautiful moment.
No.
Well, Alan suffered. I enjoy it.
It was the beginning of the end.
And I've confirmed, Alan.
The return to misery.
I've confirmed. So the fried turkey from Popeyes, it's cooked, but it's not as simple as a heat up. It's cooked, frozen, and then it requires the oven for a few hours still. But it's but it's all ready to go. You just got to throw it in there.
That probably would have.
Bit much for Zach.
They would have put it in the microwave.
Yeah, exactly.
Shove it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. That'll get it done.
It'll be fine. Cram it in.
It'll be good.
Who put the cat in there?
All right, coming up, the great Gary Myers joins us. We have a lot to discuss with him, including Eli in his second year now. What are his Hall of Fame possibilities? What kind of clash are we looking at this year? And how about the Giants coaching search? What does he know? Gary Myers, next with us on Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
For three. And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build. Add your pick and then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone's got a 50% profit boost token to use on their build. So over-unders, anytime TDs, spread, whatever it is you want to include, throw right there in your Pass the Leg parlay. Grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-WINE or text OPEN-WINE 467-369.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
4:03 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. I want to shout out, again, the YouTube viewers who are there with us today and are pretty much a lot of you there with us every day, and we thank you. And Dr. Van Nostrand points something out as Peter played the Stranger Things drops tonight, boys. Season 5.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The first couple of episodes, 8 p.m. I'll be binging. I'll be watching it.
Really?
I love it. I'm really surprised.
I'm a season behind.
I think, Don, you would love this because it's 80s references on many levels, plus horror movie references on many levels, and then 80s, like retro movie references.
You'd like that part, Don.
There's so much to it that you'll recognize things, all the Easter eggs throughout the movie, and it's a pretty cool story as well. So they made us wait a long time for this, but season 5 dropping tonight, 8 o'clock. So I'm fired up for it.
There's a lot of travel in my future, so I guess there's a chance.
Yeah, you really
You'll get
should
into
this
it.
year. Don, I do think this year with the travel with the team, you should up your TV quotient. That's a good goal for you.
Okay.
It's a good goal for you. A good goal for us is to get down to business when it comes to Hall of Fame voting and the Giants and everything more. To do that, you should be tuning in every Saturday on the Saturday Huddle with Gary Myers from noon to 3 right here on ESPN New York. But he's kind enough to join us here today. So, Gary, welcome. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. How's everything going?
Good so far. We had this debate yesterday, as we do each year now, with the semifinalists that were announced yesterday for the Football Hall of Fame, and obviously Eli in now year 2, and we're trying to figure out like when is the year that he makes it. And I'm wondering, you've been a voter for 15 years. You've broken this down many times on the air here and also on your show. What are your feelings about when you think Eli Manning would get in with a vote?
Yeah, Alan, that's a really good question. I wish I had a definitive answer for you, and I wish I can say it was going to be, this coming year. We just got the ballots yesterday to vote it down to 15, and then the next step after that was when we have our meeting in January. We discuss each of the candidates, then come up with the final group. This year, I mean, we got Drew Brees, who most people think is a lock to be a first-timer.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald, who may not be a lock. I mean, his numbers are incredible, but we have a glut of wide receivers. I think he's clearly the best of the group, but they could cancel each other out. Philip Rivers is up for the first time, but I almost feel like if Rivers gets in ahead of Eli, I kind of want to resign from the committee.
Right.
So, listen, I really think he deserves it. I'm going to give you one stat, and I'm doing the presentation this year because Bob Glauber, who had been doing the Giants presentations, has retired from the committee after he retired from Newsday. So I asked to switch from the Jets to the Giants, and we have Rich Cimini, our buddy Rich, is now representing the Jets.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So, the only problem with that, I don't know the next Jet he's going to be presenting. I kind of wiped out all the Jets in the last 10 years between Curtis and Mawai and Klecko and Revis, so I'm not sure who's really left. But anyhow, one of the things that came up in the meeting last year is Eli was only 117 and 117 in his career. And absolutely true. But Don, and you might even know this because I know you're a huge Giant fan, but if Eli retired after his 8th season in the league, he would have retired with 2 Super Bowl MVPs and a record of 69 and 50. Okay? He was 48 and 67 over the last 8 years of his career, where we know that Tom Coughlin lost his magic touch.
Yes.
Evidenced by not taking OBJ out of that game, then he went nuts against the Carolina Panthers and Josh Norman. So I thought that Coughlin kind of lost it a little bit. The drafts were horrible, which led to Jerry Reese getting fired. The defense, let's just say that the personnel department let down Eli in his last 8 years, and he really didn't have a chance. And so when people say, well, look at his overall record of 117 and 117, I can come back now and say, well, if he only played the 8 years, he would have been 19 games over 500.
Right. And never mind that, Gary. I mean, I think I have the math correct because I did it yesterday. Just take out the last 3 years. I think it was 9 and 26 the last 3 years when they were a complete abomination, when they were trying to win him another Super Bowl, but they had, the second year of McAdoo after they went 11 and 5. After that 11 and 5 season, which was all he and Odell. After that, I think the record is 9 and 26, and it's aged well for Eli because look at this dysfunction since Eli retired. So he caught the tail end of the dysfunction. So if you just change the record and take 9 and 26 out of this 117 and 117, it's a completely different. So you didn't have to go back because 8 years you could say, well, was he Sandy Koufax? But just the last 3 years changes the record.
Yeah, and I agree. You're right because that's part of what I worked out yesterday. He was 3 and 12 in 2017, 5 and 11 in 2018, and his final year he's 1 and 3. I believe he was 0-2 when he got benched, and then when Jones got hurt towards the end of the year, Eli came back and won one game and lost another. But Don, the other thing, and Alan and Pete, the other thing that came up in the meeting was it was the Giant defense that won the Super Bowl in 07 and 11. Now, listen, we know that the Giant defensive line was unbelievable in Super Bowl 42 against the Patriots. I mean, they just tortured Brady. But it's not like that Giant defense was the 86 Giants or the 85 Bears. I mean, he didn't play with a shutdown defense. And they played great in that game, and they played good playoffs, but so did Eli. And from 2000, Samini actually looked this up for me yesterday in the ESPN databank. From 2004 to 11, the Giants were 21st in the league in points allowed per game. That's not a shutdown defense.
Nope.
The defense wasn't carrying Eli during those years. And one of the points I wanted to make to you is that they're saying, well, Eli didn't make first or second team All-Pro. And they go, hey, Myers, you didn't even vote for him. Well, until 2020, we only voted first team. And whoever made second team got the second most votes, right? Mm-hmm. So we voted first team, and whoever was second team got the second most votes. Well, in the 16 years that Eli played, his brother was first team 6 times, and Brady was first team 3 times. Now, that's 9 out of the 16 years that 2 of the 3 or 4 best quarterbacks in NFL history were getting all the votes. Drew Brees made first-team All-Pro once, and he's going to get in. He's probably, as Parcells says, he's going to go in on roller skates. But I can make a case to you right now that Eli deserves it over Brees. Brees and Sean Payton were complete underachievers in the playoffs. They got to 1 Super Bowl despite being the first or second seed, it seemed like, every year, and they kept getting knocked out early. But Brees is just going to go right in.
Yeah.
It is interesting. We said the exact.
Am I passionate enough for you?
You are. Thank you. I'm glad you're representing.
Actually,
this.
it was
You're going to do Vinny
silent.
DeTrani proud. I'll tell you.
Honestly, Gary, it was stunned silence because we were just taking that all in. There was a lot of evidence that you were bringing.
And we thought the same thing yesterday when we saw Brees' name. You kind of just know it. But isn't it sort of perfect for Eli's career, given the way everyone always thought of him, that no matter what he did, we'd end up in this spot? And with that, Gary, how much does he care, do you think, one way or the other about this? It's hard for me to picture a world in which Eli truly gives a damn how long it takes.
Well, Eli has that kind of demeanor that you think that he doesn't care. But when I had him on my radio show earlier in the season, we talked about it. And listen, everybody likes to be validated, whether it's you guys, getting in Radio Hall of Fames, or me if I eventually would get into the writers' wing of the Hall of Fame. We can downplay it all we want, but it's nice to have your career validated. And I have no reason to believe that Eli thinks any differently. Outwardly, he's just going to let it. He's just going to shrug his shoulders. But I know this is important to him, and I know what he said on the show back in September, that it is important to him. The one who probably cares the most is Archie. I mean, I talk to Archie about it all the time, and, he would love to see this happen for Eli. And, I'd like to be definitive and say this is definitely going to happen, or this is when it's going to happen. But the voting rules, have gotten much harder. I don't know how much you guys have paid attention to it, but they changed it last year. And just real briefly, before we used to vote it from 15 to 10 to 5. And then when it got to 5, we just voted yes or no on each of the 5. So they all could make it. But because Deion Sanders opened his mouth a couple years ago and said, there should be a separate room for the truly elite Hall of Famers because they're letting guys in who don't belong, the Hall of Fame Board of Directors, now they won't say it was a direct response to what Deion said, but I know that it was, they changed the voting rules. So now we voted from 15 to 10, and then from 10 to 7. And then out of the 7, you can vote for 5. And then whoever gets 80% gets in. Well, so the 7 are competing against each other. And last year, instead of 5 making it from the modern era, only 3 made it. Mm-hmm. And they're just knocking each other off.
Yeah.
It's like they're cannibalizing each other.
Yeah.
So it's become much harder. So even if Eli gets to the 7 this year, and he didn't even make the cut to 10 last year, even if he gets to 7, then it's still a huge battle to get the 80%. So, I think it's only the true no-brainers who are going to get on the first time around. And then I'm hoping to make a really convincing argument. Maybe I should just play, maybe you guys can send me the tape of this.
Yeah, everything you just laid out is exactly what they need to hear. And it's what's also interesting, too, is those scenarios, right? And we also have coaches that now coaches count in the number, or is coaches in a separate category?
Yeah, see, Alan, there's a coach category, a contributor category, and a senior category.
Right. So it can't impact how many. Like what I mean is there not like
no, it doesn't affect the modern era. No.
And it doesn't affect the time, the amount of players or any of that stuff either, right? There isn't a clash. Well, that's too many overall people.
No.
Okay.
No, because there could be up to 8.
Okay. So
that would get in.
So you have.
I just want to explain this one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me just say this, okay? I don't mean to cut you off, but in the past years, we used to vote on the coach separately, get 80% you're in. We used to vote on the contributor separately, get 80% you're in. And we used to vote on each of the 3 senior finalists separately. And if you got 80%, you get in. 1, 2, or 3 could get in. Now they've taken those 3 categories and put them together. So we have 5 among them, a coach, a contributor, and 3 seniors. And then you vote for 3, and whoever gets 80% gets in. Last year, first year of the new rules, Sterling Sharp, as a senior, was the only one to get in. Mm-hmm. Mike Holmgren, who I thought was a lock as the coach candidate, did not get in. So they had a class of 4 people last year. And I think it's counterproductive for the Hall of Fame. That's their biggest weekend. It's the biggest weekend for the city of Canton. And last year, and I wasn't there, but I was told the crowd was appreciably smaller than it had been in past years. Imagine how many people from Green Bay would have come if Holmgren and Sterling Sharp got in together. And they would have put the Packers in the Hall of Fame game.
Well, Donnie, you had a theory about this, right, when it comes to the Giants?
Well, because next year, because I don't think Eli's getting in this year, and certainly Coughlin's not going to get in this year because Belichick, I'm assuming, will get the one coach. That could it set up for next year where Eli and Kaufman go in together and the Giants can play in the Hall of Fame game?
And that's a great weekend for Canton.
Well, Don, and I don't know this off the top of my head, and I probably should. What was Roethlisberger's last season? Is he up next year? I don't know, because Eli's last season was 19, and I can't remember if Roethlisberger's last season was 20 or 21.
I want to say it was 20. I want to say it was after Eli.
Oh, it was definitely after Eli.
No, it was definitely after Eli.
21.
It was just I just don't.
21. So he's due.
21 was his last year?
So he'll be due, right?
Yes, he'll be up. Yeah, obviously he'll be. Yeah, the reason it wasn't 20 is because he would have been up this year. He would have been on the ballot this year. So if he's 21, he'll be competing against Eli if Eli doesn't get in, and Rivers. So the 3 guys from the same draft will be fighting each other. And listen, I can make a case again that Eli deserves it over Roethlisberger.
Do you think Ben? Do you think Ben would go into the potential first ballot conversation?
You never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's not.
So if you're going to make Eli wait 2 years, you can make Roethlisberger wait a year.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that. And listen, I can make a case like with Kurt Warner. Kurt had like two or three, maybe just 2 amazing years for the Rams. He had a great year for the Cardinals when he got him to the Super Bowl, and basically did nothing in between for like 6 or 7 years. And he got in on, I believe it was either his 3rd or 4th time. So I do think Eli will get in, but I want to tell you this, and Glabber would tell you the same thing, because we were texting during our meeting last year. I was blown away. I mean, it takes a lot to really surprise me in these meetings. I was completely blown away by the degree of negativity towards Eli. I don't know if that's, people are tired of the Mannings, whether he's on too many commercials, whatever. But the venom in that room just really was surprising, and that's what I have to try to overcome to help him. And listen, it's kind of a weird position they put us in when we have to advocate for guys who we covered.
Yeah.
But all I'm really doing is stating his case, and hopefully people will see that he's deserving.
And you talk about the venom, and maybe it is the Mannings, and people are just tired of the Mannings and all that. But you also wonder about a New York bias. Because look how long, Coughlin deserves it. He's not going to go in this year. We hope maybe next year. How long George Young had to wait. past his passing to finally get in. Joe Klecko took forever to get in. So is there a New York bias too when this is involved?
Well, yeah, I mean, it took Harry Carson 13 years.
I know.
And
the ridiculous argument, well, Lawrence Taylor. He played from 75 to 80 without Lawrence Taylor.
That's exactly right. And, Harry was so disgusted that he wrote to the Hall of Fame and asked him to take their name off the ballot.
Yeah.
How about Carl Banks? Carl Banks was an incredible player. But the argument is, he played with LT and Harry. Well, how about the Chicago Bears have three guys from their defensive line, Dan Hampton, Richard Dent, and Steve McMichael.
They all played with each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And all those Steelers that played with each other.
Exactly, right. So I've been pushing really hard. Carl never should have made it through the 20 years in a modern era without getting in. Everson Walls was another guy, and I covered almost his entire career because I was in Dallas for his first 8 years, and I moved back to New York, and he followed me here for some reason, and he won the Super Bowl for the Giants with that tackle of Thurman Thomas. I can't make a case for him. I mean, he just is, neither one of those guys is getting very far in the senior vote. And then Tiki Barber. I mean, Tiki's last 5 years were as good as any running back's 5 years in NFL history. It's just his first 5 years were kind of ordinary. And Tiki says to me now, why didn't you tell me if I played another 1 or 2 years, I'd already be in the Hall of Fame? I said, Tiki, when you announced in the middle of the season in 2006 that you were retiring, I said, hey, man, if you want to be in the Hall of Fame, do not quit now. You're on a roll, but you need a couple more years. He wants Matt Lauer instead. Well, at least some parts of Matt Lauer.
Right, he would have won a ring too, probably.
Yeah, well, that's the other part
right.
what he missed. Gary, while we have you, let me talk some current Giant situation, if you don't mind. And Mike Kafka is coaching for a job, but does it seem like? Because I think some of us feel like he seems like he would be not a lead candidate, but that he's in line for it because it doesn't disrupt a lot of things with the Giants. If you keep Joe Schoen, you don't want to disrupt too much of what's going on. And obviously with John Mara and his illness and what he's battling right now with cancer, that maybe could be the best thing for everyone if it all works out. But I'm of the belief that you really, at this point, with a young roster, I think there's plenty of talent here to win. They had enough games this year to prove to you they should have at least a 500 record. But these games that they gave away because of how bad the defense was late, that they need an adult in the room. They need a resume coach, somebody to come in that has experience. Which side are you on opinion wise, and what do you know about what they'd like to do?
Well, no, I agree with you. They need a coach that has head coaching experience. Preferably in the NFL. I'm drawing a blank on his name now. The defensive coordinator in Green Bay, who has head coaching experience from Boston College. I'm just drawing a blank on his name now. But I think that Joe Schoen has a chance to stay because of what you said about not wanting to make a lot of changes. And when you change the general manager, when Joe came in, and I'm not defending the job he's done. I'm just saying he modernized the whole scouting department, which was really behind the times with Jerry Reese and Dave Gettleman, especially with Gettleman, just in terms of getting everything on computer, digitizing it, turning everything digitally. He really modernized it. And I don't think that John wants to go through that again, particularly because of his health situation. On the coaching side, Phil Simms told me it makes no difference, that Jackson Dart is smart enough. He will have the whole playbook down before they hit the field for the first time in the OTAs. And he doesn't need the continuity. And let's look at this realistically. We've criticized Dable for all the quarterback design runs that put Dart in harm's way. Who's calling those plays? Mike Kafka.
Yep.
Okay? Dable could have overruled it, and maybe he was the one who was pushing for it in the game plan. But Kafka's the guy who was calling the plays and putting Dart in these vulnerable positions. And it's bad enough the kid, or maybe it's good enough the kid is so ultra competitive and thinks, he can take on 240-pound linebackers like Josh Allen does, and he'll learn because he's a smart guy. But the coach was also putting him in bad positions, and if it wasn't Dable, then it was certainly Kafka, and Kafka was the one calling the plays. I think you need to wipe it out and start over. You can't have any remnants except maybe if you want to keep a position coach. It's been so horrible for 3 years now. Why would you want to keep the guy who was the right? And I'm not being critical of Kafka because he's had a lot of job interviews. But why would you want to keep the guy who was the right-hand man of a guy who just fired in the middle of the season? I don't get that.
It's as if you need a fresh start. The defense coordinator you're talking about, Jeff Hafley. He's a Boston College head coach.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a New Jersey guy, too, from Montvale. So it's a little bit of a homegrown situation if that's the direction they go. Gary, great stuff. We appreciate you coming on with us today. Have a great Thanksgiving, and everybody, of course, can hear you Saturdays, the Saturday Huddle with Gary Myers, 12, noon to 3 every Saturday here on ESPN New York. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Gary.
Take care, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Right. You too, man.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, man. Always good to hear from him. There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's the selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings during the More to Move You sales event. Lisa New 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711, MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit ends 12/1/25. We've got the list. It's coming up next here on Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
To the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Lots of extra company out there on the roads with the holiday travel, and we've got a problem spot over in Jersey. 287 southbound jammed. A crash right before exit 3 for New Durham Road in Edison. Solid ride there from Possumtown Road in Piscataway. After that, no issues approaching the turnpike in 440. Inbound Georgia, about 20 to 30 for the upper deck. A lower level will run you about 15 to 20 minutes. Still the best of it's the outbound side, West Side Highway and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, slam from the Bruckner on through. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 20 to 30. outbound Hahn 45 plus. BQE eastbound still bumper to bumper heading over to Northern Boulevard in Queens. Just picked up a crash involving a tractor trailer. Delays go all the way back to the inbound Gowanus in Brooklyn. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Hahn Rosenberg.
And the list is driven by Ramsey Mazda. So
Bet
Peter
your ace.
stepped on me a little bit. But that's all right. We'll get through it.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
The top 5 most memorable Thanksgiving Day moments in the NFL.
Please tell me the butt fumble's not on it.
No, so you don't want to guess it?
Wait, so real quick. Don, this is local or all time?
I went all time. There's
All
just
right.
not enough local.
No,
because
can't be.
They almost never play on Thanksgiving and usually never win on Thanksgiving. So,
Man,
but
I got to tell you, out of the gate, Alan, my initial feeling is like very stuck. I don't have. I've watched so many duds, in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the personal ones that are meaningful. I'm going to throw the butt fumble out. I think we should throw it out there, Alan, just on account of what else is there.
Because it was just so remarkable and it was everybody talked about it?
Yeah.
Because, again, the list is memorable moments, and how can it not be on the list? And I have it at number 2. Everybody still talks about that. It happened on November 22nd, 2012. It happened 12 years ago. How many years did it still end up in, the top 5 worst moments during Sports Center, even when it wasn't even in the same season? It's ridiculous. It lives forever. It was so embarrassing, and unfortunately, maybe you think about Mark Sanchez now and the trouble that he's in, but you couldn't. I mean, the guy started it in 2 championship games, and it's still the first thing that you think of. I've got it at number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Soon to be the second thing that you think.
Well, who are you taking out? We'll get into that. All right. Any other guesses?
Alan, let's think for a second, shall we?
When you hear these, there might be a couple that you just don't remember, but I'm going to bring these up, and you're going to be like, oh, my God, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But your silence tells me.
I gotta feel like, because the Lions play all the time, there has to be a Barry Sanders.
There has to be a Barry Sanders.
There's got to be a Barry Sanders.
There was an honorable mention. He did have a 167-yard rushing game. But again, who are you taking out? I mean, there's one on this list I can see you debating, but it's memorable for me.
Okay.
But
well, Lawrence Taylor.
Well, right. I had Lawrence Taylor at number 4.
Oh, that's in
Peter
there still.
played
Okay.
the highlight.
Yeah.
November 25th, 1982, the 97-yard touchdown return against the Lions. So I have that at number 4.
Okay.
So the fact that I'm a Giant fan and I put that at 4 tells you there's other significant events that I have here. So you've got 2 and you've got 4. So you need 1, 3, and 5.
All right, I'm going to be annoyed here, but just I'm not. It's not common. So.
Yep.
All right. So you want me to just give them to you?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go.
All right. Well, I'm going to go number 5.
Mm-hmm.
It was November 27th, 1980. I believe it's the first time it ever happened, where the Bears beat the Lions. Vince Evans scores a touchdown as the time's running out to tie the game, and then Dave Williams takes the opening kickoff 100 yards for a touchdown. I've got that at number 5. That was a big. I remember being at my grandmother's house in Passaic for that one as well. Number 3, remember Phil Luckett? Steelers? Remember? Jerome Bettis?
What happened now?
Well, what happened was, Phil Luckett screws up the coin flip.
Oh, the heads or tails.
Remember that?
Oh my God! I forgot. Thanksgiving.
And the Lions end up winning the game. He says tails. It's tails, but for some reason Phil Luckett hears heads, and the Lions end up winning. That was a big. Phil Luckett never lived that down. That was talked about forever. Please tell me you remember that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The moment I remember, I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why that didn't resonate as a Thanksgiving Day thing. That's all.
Yeah, that was okay. That was on November 26, 1998.
That's wild.
And then number 1.
I forgot about that completely.
Come on, number 1 with a bullet is Leon Lett against the Dolphins in the snow.
That's yes.
And listen, Leon Lett had another big moment in a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but I think this was even bigger because it cost them the game. At least it cost them points in the Super Bowl. They still won in blowout fashion, but the block kick, and all he has to do is just let it lay there, but for some reason he dives on top of it, and the Dolphins recover, and they get a chance to kick an even shorter field goal in the snow and down. This is so memorable, guys.
Well, the fact that it snowed in Dallas.
It's snowing in Dallas on Thanksgiving. It's such a boneheaded play. Pete Stoyanovich was the kicker for the Miami Dolphins that won the game. That has to be number 1 for me. I remember being at Sports Phone when that happened, and God, Leon never let that die. As a matter of fact, I remember Rex Ryan saying that it was a play when he was with the Jets, and he called it "Let It Be." Like in those situations, don't touch it, let it be, like the song from the Beatles, but let it be, meaning Leon Lett. Don't touch the ball like Leon Lett. So I've got that at number 1. So number 5 was the Williams kick return for a touchdown for the Bears in Detroit to win the game in overtime. LT's 97-yard interception return for a touchdown. Number 4. Number 3, the Phil Luckett screwing up the coin toss. Number 2, the butt fumble. And number 1, Leon Lett.
Think about that, though, because it's Texas Stadium, so it had that, like, the opening.
Right, so God can watch his team.
And the fact that it was starting to snow, that's right. That was, what is that, 30-something years ago?
Yeah, the date on that was November 25th, 1993.
I got a couple things to say here.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I'm going to tell you right after I tell you about something else.
Well, let me just say this then, before you tell me about something else. That the list was driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Well, it's a busy day today, and I have a lot of busy days, especially coming up because, I decided to move in the middle of Thanksgiving while hosting Thanksgiving. A lot of great decisions being made here by me. Yeah. But Amazon Pickup makes it a lot easier because when you're running around, you got a million things to do. You can just have your deliveries go to an Amazon locker and counter, which are located everywhere. No matter where your day takes you, your package is ready to be grabbed. All right? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So no matter where you go, you're on the road, you're going to work, boom, you get an email, and you find out when your package is ready, and you go and pick it on up. It's that easy. So when you order online at Amazon, at checkout, just choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email confirmation when it's ready with instructions. You pick it up. It's quick, secure, and always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupMVP to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupMVP. Now, Don.
Well, I'm sorry, Peter. We have Ray Santiago's here.
Okay.
He was 7 years old for the Leon Lett game. He said it. You said this was your intro?
So that was the very first football game that I ever watched in my life where I had to have it explained to me what the hell just happened. Because I had no idea. I thought Dallas won the game.
At 7, that's very confusing.
Like, what do you mean? He blocked it. We won, right? It's over.
No. Well, listen, Leon didn't know.
Leon didn't know.
But now,
7-year-old Ray didn't know either.
So, all right. So that'd be the introduction. Ray Santiago.
You're making a really bad decision to stay with that team. Now, here's the weird thing I'm finding. Number one, I find it so odd that I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember that at all?
I guess it literally had to be a thing of like that year, whatever I did with my family didn't include me getting to watch the game because it seems like I'd absolutely remember.
Yes, you would.
And
Dallas.
I do believe that was my first experience, like really watching and taking in the Thanksgiving football. And the two things that jumped out about that game were A, how it ended, and B, the fact that there was snow in Texas Stadium. Like, it's snowing.
It was
in Texas.
crazy.
That's so. Why is it snowing? I thought that was a dome. I had to have all that explained to me as well.
A lot of confusing stuff. And then the other thing I thought that was very telling about the list is based on the moments Don gave, how horrible the football is on Thanksgiving. I mean, think about the list of what he just gave us. Nothing was particularly good. In fact, some of it was downright awful.
But
some of the worst moments in history.
Well, a coin flip issue, a butt fumble, and then, of course, Leon Lett.
Well, and remember, it's not the greatest moments in Thanksgiving football history. It was the most memorable.
But
those
think about
are very, very memorable. Like I was looking at Peyton Manning had a 6-touchdown game, and I mentioned the Barry Sanders 167 yards rushing, but I remember that's the Phil Luckett live forever. He never got over that. That was something that was always involved with him. The Leon Lett deserved to be number one. The butt fumble, guys, these are things that kind of live forever. Those three, to me, are untouchable. We can debate the Lawrence Taylor, and maybe I'm biased because I'm a Giant fan, and the Williams kick return for a touchdown. You never saw that in overtime. A team winning on a kick return in overtime.
Crazy.
But the top three, I don't think can be debated as far as memorable are concerned, and they're probably remembered for all the wrong reasons, right? But they're still memorable.
Don, right now on the YouTube feed, the lighting that's happening at the Rock right now, while you're talking.
Oh yeah.
It's really special. It is a techno vibe happening right now with Don.
Oh no, you don't even know what's there. We're gonna have days where. Do you remember the classic one, Don? What stadium were you in where it was literally like you were a full-on club with the lights and the music?
I don't remember. Wasn't here.
It was so bad.
It was Vegas.
Vegas.
I hope they lose 6-1, and then they lost 6-3, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think
pretty,
Ballard was sending me videos from the show, like just dying.
It was Alan. I don't know if you ever covered a game in Vegas. I think you were done by the time they came into the league.
Only summer league.
They do this whole night sword fight.
Yep, I've seen it.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So they're rehearsing it. They're making all this noise, and I'm during the show. I'm screaming down, "Stop! Shut up! I hope you lose by 6." And they lost. It was close. They got killed. The Rangers killed them. But.
I can't believe Don just asked if there's a chance Allen had been around hockey for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, my last experience with hockey was
he was with the Hartford Whalers
before the lockout. Sidney Crosby was drafted. That's it.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby. I mean, this is the Golden Knights are what? 12 years old? 10 years old? 10.
2018.
Yeah.
They're not.
They're very
7-8.
young. They just already have a cup in their pocket, which is unreal.
Yeah, cup and a Stanley Cup final appearance and a cup.
Yeah.
And made the playoffs every year but one, and the one year they didn't make it was literally on the last day of the season.
Right.
No, it's kind of worked out.
But the Sabres can't get it right.
Going on 15 years.
We've got a nice staircase going right now.
Staircase? Oh wow!
Yeah, we've got Peter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go.
That's my fault. I adjusted it.
I can end all of this by just flipping the light on in my booth.
No,
but you're above
nonsense.
But I'm digging this. What do you think, Peter?
Well, you're almost in full darkness at some points.
Darkness.
You really
Donnie
could
Darko,
do.
baby.
You could do though like a really good Tullamore Dew. It's Tully time, but with the voice that you wanted to use yesterday that shook some people.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to use and you know what I said? I got 2 more cracks at it. Anthony did not give me the Tullamore Dew read.
Well, you could do. I'll tell you what. It is game time. It is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey because Donnie, when it's game time,
it's Charlie time.
I was going to do a new one. We're not on the same page anymore.
It all fell apart, huh?
Guys, put our hands in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Let's be good.
I think that happened at 2:30.
Listen, I'm not even sure Good's on the table anymore.
Oh no!
Wow. Let's be okay.
Let's be okay.
Let's
1,
just
2,
get
3,
through it.
Let's be okay.
Let's get
1, 2, 3. Let's get to 7.
Or
6:30 today.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Well, the Knicks visit the Hornets.
You don't know that.
You want to get excited? It's an NBA Cup game. Hell yeah. I know. Coverage immediately follows us right here on 880 on ESPN New York at 6:30. The Rangers, they take on the Hurricanes in Carolina. That coverage you can get on 1050. That's also at 6:30. You can also hear St. John's Auburn in the Players Era Festival on ESPN New York's app at 7:40. That's right. Note the start time, 7:40. And then Don's Devils hosting the Blues at 7. So the Blues making the Tri-State Area run here. That game is at 7 o'clock. 7:08 puck drop, Don?
That's right.
And not to be done, we have a very busy slate. Last night, nothing. Tonight, everyone. Last but not least, the Islanders take on the Bruins out on the island. That is at 7 o'clock as well. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Okay, so we had our list. We had a binge. Coming up next, we got to talk about it. A Talk About It Tuesday on a Wednesday.
Even though we did one yesterday, and I brought it yesterday. So where do we go?
You brought
you guys
it.
Got something?
We got some things to talk about.
Okay.
So we should.
I got eggs right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. People want to talk about with us. 800-919-3776. You discuss with us something you need to get off your chest.
What?
We'll do that next. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
14th ranked St. John's faces 21st ranked Auburn in their third game of the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins at 7:40 on the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Schoen is just safe and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Too much on your plate? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from payroll to pumpkin pie, filing taxes to raising glasses, counting hours to counting blessings. There's no need to transfer payroll history when you switch before the end of the year, and you'll be thankful you did. Choose the future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Dade, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York. Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really
with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
All right, let's talk about it with you at 800-919-3776. Something you need to get off your chest. I am looking into the YouTube chat here, and I'm realizing that we are getting close to 5 o'clock, right? And so some people, they're calling it a day. And we've got Bruce having some ale. We have somebody opened up a PBR. I know I saw that on the chat somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. When was the last time you had a PBR, man?
I don't know if I ever did.
He's
Nothing
not
against it. I just don't think I've ever had the opportunity.
I don't know if I've ever had a PBR.
I've had a Milwaukee's Best.
Oh, it's Beast, baby.
Not even an old Milwaukee. Milwaukee's Best. I had a Stroh's back in the day.
Oh, man. Remember the dog, Alex?
Yes.
Okay. So
I didn't drink it
and
all.
of course, sorry.
I didn't drink it all in the era of my friends drinking Beast. Like, I remember when that was a thing.
Beast.
Yeah.
Don, do you remember the era of the micro brews when they first started becoming a thing, like Pete's Wicked Ale?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Anchor Steam and all these different beers that came. I had a friend of mine. It's like he would only that became like you couldn't drink a Bud, or otherwise you were just a normal dude. Like you had to be cool and find something that was more like microbrew style, and you pretend to like it, and you realize I don't like it.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, and you
I stuck with the classics.
Oh, and by the way, the Binge is also on its way in the group.
People are lighting. Well, we are the show of high.
Yep, we are. We don't mind that. That's okay. We like it. It's actually, we probably are funnier that way. But let's talk about it with you at 800-919-3776. And Griffin wants to talk about it with us today. Hey, Griff, what's up?
What's up, baby?
Hey, guys. First off, have a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, you too, man.
With your
too.
family.
You and your family.
I need to get this off my chest. Michael said this earlier today on his show, but the amount of people that take Facebook and Twitter and just post things that aren't true is driving me crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's the Paul O'Neill thing. You got somebody yesterday, earlier, my mom was looking at Facebook and goes, Gino's in the hospital? No. Someone just decided to just post it for fun. Why do we do this? Why do people not have anything better in life than just posting these things over and over again?
Gets clicks.
It's just driving me crazy why we throw this false allocations out in this world. Why can't we be nice and not do these type of things? It's cruel.
Yeah, the Paul O'Neill stuff was bad. I mean, anybody that missed it, I guess there was, I think it originated on Facebook, according to Michael, and eventually got to other platforms on social media that Paul O'Neill was battling cancer.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. Michael reached out to him, and Paul was ticked off, and he wanted to make sure that everybody knew that that was not the case. I don't know why anybody would think that's funny or interesting. That's
all the bad news in the world, and people decide, let's make up some more.
Well, again, it's to get the like you'd be amazed now what has happened. Like Facebook has become a waste of time because what you see are a lot of content accounts that put out false headlines just to get you to click on it. And I mean, I've seen things like a lot of NBA stuff where you see something completely like outrageous and you're like, that is not real. But there are people who think it is because It's on the internet. It's got to be true, right? They fall for it. It's almost as bad as some of the AI videos, but that's even worse because it's strictly clickbait. And so a story like that, there's somebody behind it that's just giggling like crazy, thinking it's funny that people fell for it, and nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. Oh, so what? It's just some fun. I got a bunch of likes, and it helped me get closer to whatever type of revenue I could get because Facebook now sees me as somebody that's a content creator with a big audience. It's dangerous, though, because there are people that don't know and they think it's real and they fall for it. And at some point, there'll be something that will affect somebody negatively because of it.
Well, and I think one of the worst things was when they got rid of the blue check. Or didn't get rid of it, but all you had to do was pay for it to get
Paying
one.
for a blue check on
because
Twitter,
at least there was at least a chance that, all right, I can kind of vet this to see if at least the person tweeting this is real.
Yeah.
It's really them. And now you just look, and the habit is, it's got a blue check, and then you see the guy's got like 3 followers because he just paid the $7 a month or whatever it is to get it.
Right.
And that to me is when it ceased to become, journalism or a legitimate news outlet. It still can be.
But you have to be so much more careful. You
got to be careful, and it's so because all you had to do is just see that blue check, and you knew, hey, there was at least some credibility to the person that was tweeting this. It could still end up being wrong, but then it would be on them, right?
Yeah,
by the
for
way,
getting the information wrong. Now it's on you for not vetting it, and then if I got to vet it, man, then it's obviously not a legitimate form of journalism.
And by the way, now you're making me turn that guy just into Elon Musk because doing that was such a ridiculous thing.
Yeah,
like. The dude already has so much money, and the platform already makes so much money. By doing that to make a few extra bucks, do you guys see the forest through the trees? To get the $7 to ruin, it was this built-in thing that made it awesome.
It destroyed the credibility of the platform.
You could feel comfortable, literally, like you look up and you say, "Oh, that's a big rumor. Oh, there's a check." And you knew they're from an outlet. They have some sort of standing in the world that should make them something. And now it's gone. And so you have to check every time, it wasn't spelled. And now everyone gets sports pickled, where it's Sports Center, but there's a zero in the middle, but you can't tell because there's a blue check.
Yeah.
It was just such a weird, stupid.
It really did
thing
turn.
To do.
It was one of the moments where a lot of things media-wise did really turn. That was one because you're right, Peter. It was somewhere you at least had some semblance of trust, and now you really don't. But yet people do still fall for because they want to trust some of the crazy information because you want to believe some of the wildest stories. Eric in Great Neck has a story. It's about Leon Lett. Eric?
Hey, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
So, funny story for you. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. I was a lifelong Dolphins fan. In fact, my oldest son, Daniel, was born on Dan Marino's birthday. We named him Daniel. And anyway, in 1993 on Thanksgiving, I was engaged to be married, and my fiancée was with us in Charleston, and her parents were down from New York down to Charleston to meet my parents for the very first time. So Leon Lett play happens. About 10 seconds later, the doorbell rings, and they enter my house into a bout of pandemonium. And this is their first time meeting my parents. It was like you couldn't have set up a crazier scene if you scripted it for months. It was absolutely out of control wild. And, we still got married, and 32 years later, everything's good.
God bless. Well,
survived that. It was a crazy scene.
It was definitely one of those plays that you remember where you were. I know Peter doesn't remember it, but
didn't even
Alan,
happen.
Do you remember where you were?
I think this whole thing's been made up today. I don't even know if it happened. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm guaranteed to win. I'm guaranteed to remember if I hit on a big parlay tomorrow. Because, it's past the leg over on FanDuel, and here's how it works. You start a group build, you add your picks, and then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. Like take one pass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds, and everyone can bet together because FanDuel and football, it's even better when played and bet together. So make it even better this wonderful Thanksgiving. How about this? On top of all that, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So maybe I want to bet the Packers to cover against the Lions. My brother wants to bet the Cowboys to beat the Chiefs. And my cousin wants Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown. Boom. it's a group parlay right there. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We continue with segment Palooza. What coming up next? Fraud Alert Friday on a Wednesday. Get the gavel, Donnie. We're ready to go. Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey. Probably want to budget some extra time if you're heading over to the Devils game tonight at the Rock in Newark. Solid slowdowns on the Turnpike Eastern and Western Spurs southbound, heading over to 280 in Kearney. Everybody traveling for the holiday. Bumper to bumper there from the Vince Lombardi on down. You stay packed on the main roadway in both the car and truck lanes moving toward Newark Airport. Inbound George, about 20 to 30 for both the upper and lower decks. No easy way to the outbound side. Worst of it, Cross Bronx westbound, crawling from the Bruckner on through. Adding to the delays, some police department activity on the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound Hull now close to an hour. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Did you or someone you know participate in fraudulent fan behavior?
I'm a fraud with a capital F.
Is your friend a fraud?
I have been a complete and utter fraud.
Are you a fraud?
What is fraud?
Let's ask Don McGreca.
Screw! Go scratch yourself!
All right, just to update everyone, by the way, 5:02 in the big city with Don McGreca, Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. We are doing a segment Palooza for you today since we don't have a show tomorrow. Well, we will have a show tomorrow. I should say it's not that we don't have a show, but we don't have our regular show tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving, and then Friday we will not be here. So we thought a little special way to spend our day here before Thanksgiving is to do a little best of each segment and do it all in one show, and that's what we've been doing. So you're going to get things that you normally get on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. We had the list today. That's normal. That Guy Thursday, that's coming up. But Fraud Alert Friday is something we're doing here since we won't be able to do it on Friday. The Honorable Donald LaGreca is presiding.
Always.
And approaching the bench right now is Peter Rosenberg.
All right, well, thank you for that. We have an email here from Zach. He says he needs a fraud ruling ASAP. Apologies, I just moved my camera. I forgot about that. Hello, Don, Peter, and Alan. I need to know if I've been living as a fraud for 15 years.
Interesting. All right.
Please give me your ruling, Don. When I was 15, it was my first season following football for real. My friends are pushing me all season to be a Jets fan, but I was unsure. I was aware of the garbage fire that the Jets have been my whole life, but they were local and natural progression would probably have made me a Jets fan. My friend Ethan kept pushing me in the 2010 AFC Championship game, I bet my fandom. I said if the Jets won the AFC Championship game, I would lock into the Jets for life. But if not, I would do the same for the Steelers. The Steelers won, and I kept my word. I follow the Steelers. I watch every game, living and dying with every possession from Big Ben to Devlin Duck Hodges. Yet living in NYC and hearing a lot about the Jets definitely intrigues me about what if my whole life is that of a fraud.
And he was 15?
Yeah.
It's odd to be that late to football.
It's an odd way to choose.
But you've got Cowboy fans because they like the star or the cheerleaders. It's a weird kind of, it feels fugazi way of becoming a fan, but it sounds like since he became a fan, he's a diehard. He watches every game. He knows the players. So as strange as it may seem, Anthony, I'm going to say no fraud.
Wow.
Okay.
It does surprise me. I used to joke, you want to hear the height of fraudulence, of course, is me in baseball. And I used to joke that, like, early in the season when I'd go to Orioles-Red Sox games, which I would often do, and I was fond of both teams, I would say they were playing for my affection in that game, but I didn't take it seriously. I just was a fraud.
But is he a fraud because it took till 15 to become a football fan?
A little bit.
Well, maybe, but overall he is stuck with it. I mean, there's weird origin stories to why. I think the strangest thing is that it took 15 years of his life to finally find a team. But no, I say no fraud.
Generally, I agree with Don, Rich says. Rooting for a college team you didn't go to is weird. However, as someone born and raised in Connecticut, I'm a UConn fan. In all sports they play in, despite never setting foot on UConn's campus. More of a comment than a question, but if you want to rule, I say do it anyway.
Anthony? Yeah, it's fraudulent to me.
Wow.
He's never set foot on the campus, so he doesn't go to games?
Fraud.
He doesn't go to games.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he can't get there.
But he lives in Connecticut, no?
So?
Yeah.
Is stores that hard to get to?
It's out of the way.
It's not that big a state. I mean,
but it's out of the way.
I'm hesitant because he roots for all the teams. Listen, if you're rooting for UConn football, you haven't seen a lot of winning. But it's just ironic that the two teams, the women and the men's basketball, just win constantly.
It helps, doesn't it?
So I have a feeling that if UConn was from 40 years ago and nobody cared, he wouldn't be a fan. So I'm going to say.
Well, let's stay with the college for a second. Ned reached out to us as well, and if you have any questions, any fraud questions for Don, this would be the time to get it in. 1-800-919-3776. Ned says, Don, I went to Clark in Worcester freshman year where I saw Patrick Ewing play in a tournament while he was at prep school. Then I transferred to NYU, who didn't have a sports team, so I became a big Georgetown fan when Patrick went there. And then he ended up becoming a Knick anyway. Ned.
Again, it's just I don't get it. But anyway, Worcester, welcome to Worcester. $1.25, please.
The state charge is $1.25, pa.
$1.25.
Listen, I don't get it. I like Patrick Ewing. I'm going to be at Georgetown. I don't get it. I don't like it. It's all fraudulent to me.
Fraud.
Give us the siren, Anthony.
That's half the fun right there.
Yeah, I wait for the Eddie Murphy. Aaron writes and says, Don needs to defend himself in fraud court. I thought one of Don's commandments was to never root for your rivals. how is he supporting Dallas over Kansas City? It seems it would violate that rule.
Well, again, I'm not rooting in the sense of I'm become a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's just, it's almost like I got to bet on the Cowboys. Like my personal life to me is better if Kansas City doesn't make the playoffs. So I'm betting on me. I'm rooting for me. All right? So I am not a Cowboy fan. But listen, we violate the rules if two teams in the same division play, right? We violate the rules if a Cowboy win would help the Giants, right? Well, you know what? A Cowboy win helps me. So if that makes me a fraud, then I'm going to wear it.
And I can also say, if you're a fan of the Giants or the Commanders, and you would rather the Cowboys somehow run the table and beat the Eagles out of the division, you could root for that too. I don't want to see the Eagles get a third Super Bowl. How about that?
You know what? That's a very good point. I mean, it's not going to happen. But
it could.
I would like
Cowboys,
to see.
no.
I'd like to see the Cowboys run the table and beat the Eagles out of the division.
Oh,
I mean, it would make me sick that the Cowboys won the division, but it'd make me sicker if Philadelphia wins it again and goes to the Super Bowl again.
I hope they all lose. That's how
listen,
if it's like the Patriots and the Bills, yeah, I hope they all lose. I mean, I get the story, but as a Jets fan, no. I want them all losing.
And sadly, it's always the Jets that lose.
I hope the blimp runs into the stadium and they have to
ask
cancel the game.
Can I ask you a legitimate question?
What?
I understand they're in your division.
Yeah.
And they've beaten you up quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
But what exactly is the reason you hate the Bills? I can't remember a big game they really played.
Oh, I can.
I know they played the postseason, the wild card, and you beat them, right?
No. The game that stands out to me, and it wasn't their fault, but it kind of was. Rex is coaching. Jets need a win, and they're in the playoffs.
Right.
And they go up there and lay an egg. Against the Bills are going nowhere.
Yeah,
and you go up there, and you can't come away with a win, and it's like that sticks with you. And it's like, and they played out of their minds. Like, if you had played all year like that, maybe you would have been a playoff team too. But but you had to play hard against the Jets in that game, right?
No, I get that.
So
but
that stuff, you hate it.
No, and I'm not saying you shouldn't hate them.
It's not the same level as the it's certainly not the Mud Bowl thing for
at
me.
Least give that because
it's not the Dolphins.
Dolphins
it's not
have a history.
Yes.
Jets Patriots have a history.
Yes.
There's definitely not as much history.
Not as much, but there's still something.
Now they smacked you around during the Marv Levy era, but you were smacked around by everybody back then.
Pretty much, yeah. Pinata.
Anyone who showed up.
They were definitely a pinata. Do we want some calls, or do we have any more?
Oh, no, if you have it,
before
let's
you
do
get
it.
to the calls, though,
Okay,
there's a lot of reasons why people buy a Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection. It's their customer service. It's their savings during the More to Move You sales event. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251, MSRP $36,750. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 finance. Ends 12/1/25.
Now, a good question's being asked in the group. Lucas is saying, did anyone confirm if Damian Woody watched Napoleon Dynamite last night?
Anthony.
We didn't hear more.
Yours, Anthony.
Did we get a text?
We did not.
All right, you know what? I want you to text him in all capital letters, fraud.
Yep.
Exclamation.
Yep. From the guys.
And then if he texts you back, question mark, then send it again.
In the meantime, while Anthony's doing that, let's go to Mike in Tarrytown with a fraud alert for us. Mike.
Hey, guys. So, listen. Similar to the UConn story, I'm an Ohio State fan. I became an Ohio State fan in about 2015 when I was about 21 years old. I was about to attend school there. I enrolled in classes and everything, and then unfortunately it didn't work out. I ended up staying local and not going. But long story short, ever since then I've been a major Ohio State fan and been out to a couple games against Michigan, a couple games against Penn State and Columbus, and I've just followed them ever since. So I've been a diehard, and so I'm just curious: am I a fraud for being an Ohio State fan? Or
I mean, at least you tried to go there. You almost went there, and so there's a little something. Again, I'll ask you the question I ask everybody. So if Ohio State wins the national championship this year and you're partying with the students, are you going to feel like you belong? You're partying with the alumni, and they're going to say, well, what year did you graduate? No, I didn't go there. I almost went there, but I didn't. When you would feel separated from everybody else. You wouldn't feel that way being a fan of anybody else, right?
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
So,
Yeah,
Mike, I need to know, Mike, what happened that you couldn't go? Was it circumstances out of your control? Was it something that just made you have to stay home? Was it finances?
Yeah, it was a financial thing, the financial aid stuff, and then I figured, why the heck am I going to pay out-of-state tuition to go to Ohio State, even though it was such a dream of mine.
See, Don, so he's maintaining an affinity for the school.
It is certainly a lot less weird than I liked Patrick Ewing, so I'm going to root for Georgetown, even though he graduated from there 37 years ago. Because at least it's coming from a place he wanted to go there. He almost went there.
Okay.
So it's definitely less weird than the people that just
extenuating circumstances kept him from being the loyal fan he wanted to be, which is be on campus. So, Don, what are we ruling?
I'm going to say no fraud.
No fraud.
Because I do think fraud's the wrong word for people that root for college teams, right? Because maybe they're not rooting. It doesn't sound like he's rooting for another college football team. There's at least a decent enough origin story where I can kind of understand it. So I don't know if fraud's the right word. We got to come up with a different word for that.
Okay, in the meantime,
it's definitely weird.
Bradley in Queens has a fraud alert for us. Bradley.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
So first of all, just wanted to say to Peter, I didn't want to bother you because if you was at Money in the Bank, you were next to me, but go Terp. Second of all, I was born and raised, and this is the only sport where I do it, where I root for two teams. I root for the Jets and the Giants in football. So I know that's like the cardinal sin of being a fraud. But I was born and raised that way because my dad was the bandwagon fan on the Jets. He started rooting for the Jets after Super Bowl III when they won the championship. So I know that that's sacrilege to root for two teams at once. But considering I was born and raised that way, I was just wondering whether that would be against
Well, who do you root for when they play each other? So in 2011 on Christmas Eve, the Victor Cruz game, who were you rooting for? Both teams needed the game equally. Who did you root for?
You know what? It was really hard. I mean, I pretty much was like rooting for offense at that point, to be honest. It was the weirdest experience I've had.
What you were experiencing was fraud.
Yeah.
Really?
That weird feeling you were feeling was fraud. Because when your favorite team is playing in a huge game like that and you're just rooting for offense because you don't know who to root for, you're a fraud. Let's be honest, guys. Yep. That's weird. It's polygamy, right? I mean, you're married to two people. It's not right.
By the way, you're not judging. You're just saying it's by the definition, it's fraud.
Again, doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's just someone that he's the guy in the buffet line that holds it up because he doesn't know what to eat.
He wants it all.
Joey High Roller on the in the group in the YouTube comments.
Yeah.
He says it's different though. I live here in Syracuse, attend so many games. I didn't attend the school, but it's my hometown. Is that a fraud or not?
Why didn't he go?
Again,
I need a little bit more information.
All right.
I will say,
Joey,
this.
let us know why he didn't go.
It's not that bad because that's basically when you're living in Syracuse. That's kind of the pro team, right? I mean, that nobody else is really that close.
Right.
You're too far from Buffalo. You're too far from New York City. You live there. You go to the games. It's hard to say you're a fraud. But if I found out he went to school in Binghamton, and no, you're a fraud.
But that's the same as the UConns and the Dukes and big Southern football schools. Like that is the pro team.
Well, we did admit that I think there's certain geography in this, right? Like a guy in the metropolitan area, it seems weird because you have all these professional teams and all the sports are represented. But if you live on Tobacco Road, I mean, what NBA team you rooting for?
Yeah, none. You got three teams to choose from, and they're all better than the one that's playing in Charlotte.
Choose one of those three teams, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. Dr. Van Nostrand, another good comment here.
One.
He said, "Rooting for the rooting for New York thing is one of the most nauseating things I can ever hear." I think when you have a market, and there aren't many of them, but markets that have two teams in the same sport, like I don't think there's ever a situation that's allowable to say I root for both teams.
No,
there is none.
I mean,
like you can't even make a case for it at all. Let's continue. We have more fraud calls.
I love it.
So let's continue to do this with Oscar in New York. Oscar?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Alan, I love you. You are incredible at MSG and everything that you do for the Knicks. Don, with all your antics and everything and all your rants that you do, awesome. So this is really quick.
And Peter?
So my older sister,
Nothing.
she became
Oscar?
Peter? From I-97 to this. You know, I'm not a big fan of Peter, but that's another story.
Wow.
Now,
Happy Thanksgiving, bud.
Sorry, I did that.
I know. I got to
So
be
wait,
honest,
you weren't.
okay?
You said from Hot 97 to this. Does that mean you already weren't a fan from Hot 97?
I wasn't a fan just because of his takes on hip hop music and how he, his views on it. But that's for another story. So the whole thing is this.
But now I'm so curious. What were the hip hop takes?
Give me one.
Yeah, just give us something.
Okay. I'll give you an example. Every time Eminem came out with a new album, he would crap all over it. Why? I have no idea. Maybe it's not his type of music. And, even when Eminem was making great albums after the first two original.
Here.
Yeah,
okay,
listen, I love Marshall. Love Marshall. But in the years since I've been on Hot 97, he hasn't dropped a classic album.
You're right, but see, I'm a stan. So for me, they've all been classics,
But wait, so you just admitted.
So you just disagree.
You know what? I love it.
We rule.
This isn't what the flood call is about. It's just my older sister.
I love that take. That's a great job, guys. I don't know if that was handled in your heart.
All right, what's your fraud? What's your fraud?
What do you got?
So my older sister, she became she started playing fantasy football the year Patrick Mahomes won his first Super Bowl, which we all know, from there what he became. But I always tell her, you're not a real fan because you never were a Jet fan or a Giant fan or anything that you had to go through pain. Just like I went through the pain of the Knicks during the Nets reign. She has never lived that pain. So when she goes, oh yeah, the Chiefs are on, I always make fun of her and I tell her, well, you're a fake fan because you jumped on the bandwagon right when they were about to take off. So now I want you guys to say it because I'm going to send her this clip and I want to expose her.
Well, here's the thing. I need to know what happens if the Chiefs miss the playoffs for the next couple of years. Is she still going to be a fan? Because if she sticks with it, she's not a fraud. But do you think she's going to stick with it?
She's only going to stick with it now, I feel like, because I've given her so much crap about it. And I feel like as soon as Mahomes leaves the Chiefs or anything happens, I feel like she's going to jump the bandwagon to wherever he.
But until she does, no fraud. Sorry,
thank you, Oscar.
No fraud.
No fraud.
Now, do I think she'll jump ship? Oh yeah, but until it happens, guys.
Yeah, no, you gotta let that play out. Nas,
so real quick, hold on.
Okay,
real quick for those keeping track at home. Yeah. Oscar called the show, hoping to get someone else to be called into the fraud carpet. That was denied, and he was called a fraud instead.
Yes.
Fantastic moment.
Yeah. Right. The law turned on him, and we got a goal.
There we go.
Nothing like
that's perfect timing.
That's the
horny 5 o'clock hour. We have one more fraud call because I already plugged them up. Nas in Queens. Nas?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
I'll make it quick. So hockey was my 5th favorite sport. So I'm a Jets, Knicks, Yankees fan. And I was a Rangers fan by default because I'm from Queens and my dad liked the Rangers. So in 2012, my first job in college, I worked at a 5-star catering hall. And they do the New York Islanders Halloween party every year. So we were doing the party, and long story short, towards the end of the night, they brought their own funnel with them, and they started funneling the beer. John Tavares was a rookie at the time, and I remember Matt Martin was like the biggest guy there. He was in a tutu outfit. He comes up to me, he reads my name tag, and he says, "You're next on the funnel." And I was like, oh, I might lose my job, I don't know. And then Matt Martin says, okay. He goes back to where they're all huddled and funneling. And you know how someone says something to a group of people, and then they all just look at you at the same time? So that's what happened, and they started chanting my name. And at that point, I was like, you know what, screw it. it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, drinking and partying with a hockey team. So I did the funnel. I took it like a chant. They were chanting my name as I was funneling. They were going crazy. They ripped my name. They ripped my tie off. I never got that back that night. My name tag was ripped off. They were going crazy. And basically at the end of the night, I decided that I was going to be an Islanders fan starting from that night. And since then, I actually became more of a hockey fan. I actually started watching regular season games. Before, I only really cared in the playoffs, but now I actually go to games, buy apparel. And so I told this story to everyone. Like, I've told it 100 times, and almost everyone said the same answer, the same verdict.
Okay,
so I want to see what Don said.
We got it. We get the gist of it.
You might have a drinking problem. I would definitely look into that. I'm going to say no fraud because he said it was my fifth sport. That's basically saying it wasn't a sport.
He wasn't really
Was he
interested.
a fan of NASCAR? What was for?
Yeah, he named 3 teams and then said hockey was the 5th sport.
Listen. That's like me saying I was a Ranger fan because my dad was a Ranger fan until I discovered the Devils. Like, everybody's going to have their moment, right? It just sounded like he was a fan by default. And he was looking for a reason to be a fan. He found one. He's looked like he stuck with it. He's watching regular season games. Oh, my God, the sacrifice. You know what? I'm going to say alcoholic, no fraud.
Okay. And that is our Fraud Alert Friday on a Wednesday. Alcoholic.
Wait, I've never heard alcoholic.
He goes alcoholic, no fraud.
No fraud, alcoholic.
But don't drive. Okay.
I mean, his job was on. We should have checked to see if he still has the job.
I don't think he did.
When that call got to the end, guys,
had to.
For a moment, I flatlined. I was gone.
Yeah.
I started seeing the white light.
No. I was so checked out. Sir Harvey had to wave to me and say, "Play it out." Oh yeah, play it out.
By the way, speaking of dead or alive,
yeah,
Alan, tell me about how electric that the office is there today.
All right, so you know, like the lights are on motion sensor.
Yeah.
So in the big space, so half the office is dark.
Oh yeah, dead as a doornail.
The other half is only lit up because I think some of the producers that are coming in next are milling about. So that side.
Most of the production team is here.
Most of the well, I know Santiago came in here.
We got 2 games tonight.
We had him on. Oh, that's right.
Harvey's pulling double duty. We got a lot going on here.
Now, how was the crowd when you got there, though?
Alan, at 2:30.
2:30. It was me, Winthrop, and Pusick.
And Dino.
That's right. Dinahan was leaving. He really, let's be honest, he was just like the wind. I felt the breeze, and that was Dinahan. And
she's like the wind. I often think of Dinahan when I think of that song.
Yes.
So it wasn't a packed house when you got there either.
No, it was not packed. There was Dunkin' Donuts left though, which was nice.
There you go.
So that was you missed out on delightful donuts.
Don't forget, in our cupboard, Alan, we've got some of the delicious Trader Joe's peanut butter cups. We got some Manuka. You treat yourself, all right, buddy?
Wow. How about your nuts? Can I get some?
My nuts are always yours.
How about these nuts?
D's. That's what I should have said. Can I have D's? Very good, Don. Very good. That guy. Since we don't have a That Guy Thursday, we're going to do That Guy Thursday on a Wednesday. Yes. If you have a That Guy you want to call out, something happened in your life, 800-919-3776. The caller and also commenter participation in Segment Palooza today has been fantastic, so let's keep it going.
Maybe we'll do that next, too. I love that. Bring your guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, great.
That's right.
That more coming up. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
14th ranked St. John's faces 21st ranked Auburn in their 3rd game of the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins at 7:40 on the ESPN New York app.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back.
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Not so great on the BQE. First on the eastbound side in Queens, a broken down van in the right lane by Queens Boulevard. Jam there from before the Williamsburg Bridge. Westbound side in Brooklyn, a crash in the center lane by Meeker Morgan. Not moving much there, heading across the Kosciuszko Bridge. Islanders home tonight at the UBS Arena. Pockets of slowdowns on the Cross Island southbound, heading over to Hempstead Turnpike from right after the Throgs Neck Bridge. All of your purchase the outbound George are awful. They picked up that police department activity on the upper deck. Damage is done. Deegan southbound backed up onto 87 in Yonkers. Inbound George 20 to 30 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orinea 30 to 40. Outbound Holland over an hour. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey guys, anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
Ah, yes, even during the holiday season, you could be that guy. And you know, from the movie PC, which was a great movie, don't be that guy. And so are that guy today, as we talked about a lot of NFL and Thanksgiving Day games, you know, this is also like the beginning of bowl season and some of these different games and the rivalries that we have that they play for all these different trophies and whatnot. The Egg Bowl is certainly one of them. It's Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Now, Ole Miss, 10-1, 6-1 in the SEC, you know, you're trying to lock up a spot in the college football playoffs, right? But you also have rumors about your head coach, Lane Kiffin.
Right.
And Lane Kiffin is coaching in this game, although there were some questions of whether he would or not, because his future at Ole Miss is in doubt.
Sure.
With openings at some major colleges, including LSU. You know, his name is coming up as a candidate. He's using it to his advantage. It's great leverage, of course. And the school said that they will not be talking about his future until November 29th. That's Saturday. The game is Friday. So that's all you need to know about whether or not Lane Kiffin's going to be there, right? Because if he's going to be there, he's going to say, I'm going to be here. But it gets even worse. He becomes that guy when the media is trying to ask questions about his future, because that's what you're supposed to do. Because if you're a fan of Ole Miss, if you're a player, and maybe even somebody part of the administration there, you'd like some answers from Lane Kiffin. So here's how he answered questions about his future.
Lane, Keith released a statement on Friday that's saying that you, him, and Chancellor Boyce had a meeting about your future. Are you able to elaborate on the nature of that meeting at all?
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, very fair question, but we're not answering anything that doesn't have to do with the game and the team and the season. But fair question.
You mentioned on Pat McAfee how you don't make decisions based on money. When you do make your decisions, what are the considerations for you then, especially when it comes to football decisions, right? Like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, very fair question, but I'm not going into it because, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to keep this to this team. And
He says expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's been made, or is that still in consideration? Like, people are just curious about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them, so that's 3 of them. You got another one?
That guy.
He's being that guy because we all know. And you went on McAfee and spoke pretty openly about things.
Yeah, but when you're on McAfee, you're hanging out with the boys. You're getting to be cool. You're not talking to the media, you know?
Yeah,
He's hanging with the dudes. So then you get, when the people who have to write about you and do their actual job want to quote, you got to treat them like yo-yos.
I at least, but here's the thing. He's at least being respectful and admitting there are good questions. He's being that guy because of the way the whole thing is going down, right? Although if he may, and this is not going to happen, but if he decides to stay, I guess he's not being that guy. But we all know he's leaving.
Here's what he said on McAfee. Because he said, like, when he's trying to tell his players that these are the best of times and they should enjoy them right now. He's like, someday, 10, 20 years from now, you're going to be saying, man, remember that run we had at Ole Miss? And we had that Division II quarterback that would make all those plays and the running back leading the country a touchdown, blah, 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 blah. He said, I said, you're in the good old days right now, so have fun and enjoy it. And I think if you watch our team, you see them doing that. So that's basically like a way to deflect away from whatever happens next doesn't matter. Live in the moment. That's what he's telling his players right now. But it does feel like he gone, right? And I get what he's doing is being respectful to the media. But this whole situation, and by the way, just to be clear, Lane Kiffin, this is not the first time this has happened. This happens all the time in college football. In fact, it's probably why NIL on the portal, especially the portal, has become what it's become. Because that levels the playing field. Coaches can bail out. They could pull the chute on their teams all the time when a better job opens up. So now players can do the same thing by jumping into the portal and moving to a better situation rather than stay with your program. That's what's made this now. College football has become the wild, wild west. So what he's doing is nothing new, but he's got to know standing at that podium, I'm being that guy right now.
I know.
It can't be fun.
It's so, again, I can't defend him. But I do sometimes feel bad for these guys because we all want information. And we're the first to kill these coaches and players when they don't talk. And then they decide to talk, and then they get trapped by questions. They give a little bit too much information, and they got to backpedal, and then you have the situations that we have here. And it's it's unfortunate because people care. People care so much. They want to know. And the reporters have a job to do, and they're trying to keep quiet at Ole Miss, and he wants to be respectful to his players. And then if the right thing to do is just shut down. I'm not talking to anybody. And then we'll kill him for not talking to anybody.
Yeah. So all right. So you're saying he's not being that guy.
Well,
he did shoot down again with McAfee. He did shoot down that you heard Keith. He said Keith Carter, who's the athletic director, that Keith Carter gave an ultimatum, like you're coaching or you're not. You got to tell us. Give us a decision. He said that's not true, and that's not going on. But, I mean, LSU and Florida are there for him to take if it feels like if he wants them.
Yeah. It's a tough spot. I guess the reason I'm leaning towards not being that guy is because I've seen guys in that situation be completely disrespectful to the media, be outraged by the questions. he sounded like a guy that got it. Like, I understand why you're doing this, but I just can't answer the question. I mean,
Right.
how often do you see a coach go 3 deep with those? Usually the first one they snap, and then the
shut it
second
down.
one, I'm on to Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to err on the side of just being kind of respectful, which you don't see a lot of times out of that. Doesn't feel like he's playing the victim like a lot of coaches do, but I get what you're saying too, because ultimately you are being that guy.
Yeah, and you know it, but you have to. So you can be that guy, but do it because like I have to right now. I got to be that guy right now. One thing though, it feels like is that because there was this thought of with Jackson Dart, would the Giants want to talk to him, have any interest in him there? Yeah, that doesn't sound like that at all, does it?
No,
like, pretty
it does not.
clear. He is not going to be part of any
way.
potential Giants head coaching search.
And the Giants have their guy, Kafka. Am I right, Anthony?
Well,
They're locked in.
Well,
you guys are good to go.
Now you're being that guy,
You
Peter.
joke about it, but like Gary, gave his opinion on Kafka coming back, but he didn't shoot down what Peter asked about. Is he the favorite, or is this his job to lose? Because when you give all the reasons for candidates, based on the information that we have, to me, Kafka's the front runner. Everybody else, it's all speculation. The guy from Green Bay, he grew up in New Jersey, and everybody's coming up with like fugazi reasons. Kafka, to me, there's tangible reasons. What Banks said, the fact that he is the interim head coach. Like, I just feel like of all the candidates, it feels like the one that appears to be the most real is Kafka.
And it was all the whole idea of not upsetting too much, right? Not messing up too much, and keeping it as clean as possible, especially knowing what John Mara's going.
Here's what I will say, Alan. This will be my bold statement, my hot take, if you will.
Okay.
If Shane stays, Kafka stays. If Shane's gone, then Kafka's gone. That's my opinion. I think it's Kafka's job if Shane stays.
So they just need to get a defensive coordinator.
Right.
If you know what, if Kafka's smart, what do you think he should do at defensive coordinator? If he's smart, what does he do? Does he go
Go back to Wink?
I mean, he's not in the league.
No, that's right.
But I think that's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
Wink loved it here.
He loved it here. He did a good job here. And like you said, he's not in the NFL.
Like right the wrong, right? Because he worked with Wink. He was the offensive coordinator. So wouldn't that be one way to go?
Well,
and then just say to Wink, you know what? This is your thing.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of this. That allows me to focus on the offense.
And you know all the buttons you can push with Wink because you'll know what not to do.
Yeah.
Based on what Dable did.
Yeah.
Listen,
don't get caught up in the emotion. Right.
It's one of several reasons why that is a good decision, and there are a lot of reasons why you buy at Ramsey Mazda.
See what he did?
It's the selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings during the More to Move You event. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit ends 12/1/25.
That's such good VIN. Hey, Danny in Centerport wants to say hello. Hey, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hey, boys. I had a couple of points as well, but you guys are gracious to get me on. I really just wanted to wish all you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Seriously, your families happy, healthy. I didn't get it. You guys are always support. I always support the morning. I didn't get a chance to reach out to Rick and Dave this morning. So those guys are listening. Them, RJ, Ray. Happy Thanksgiving to those guys as well. I appreciate it. Alan, I'm just sticking up for you. I'm calling a couple of quick points. I'm sticking up for you because I've told you this before. That game that you referenced, I took a ride to myself with just me and a real good friend. Usually we would travel with a posse of guys because, you need a posse when you travel a little bit, unfortunately. But I went for that game in 15, just me and my closest friend, and what we endured up until that last minute, you can't imagine. And we had our hearts ripped out, as you referenced. And that's what's made me the Bill hater that I am. That game actually started.
Brandon Marshall wouldn't lay out for that one pass right that fits through on the sideline.
Yep. And Fitzy throwing that last-second pick with like a minute and a half left. We're on like the 10-yard line to win the game. It was just a gut-wrenching loss, man.
Maddening.
Quick things. Sorry.
I was going to say, I know you hate them for it, but you almost respect the fact they had nothing to play for and they came to play.
It was Rex's revenge.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yeah.
He danced on the grave. And I don't blame Rex, but still. Willie Colon told me he didn't play in that game. He was hurt. And Willie Colon was saying he was on the sideline. He goes, something didn't feel right before the game. And I'm like, what do you mean it didn't feel right? You were playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Like, what does it? And I'm like, how do you not know? He's like, I don't know. I was like, you were leader on the team. Why didn't you say something? It was like, he was sitting in the studio that day, and I'm all fired up. I'm like barking at him. I'm like, why didn't you say something? And Chris Kennedy holds my shoulder. He goes, settle down, dog. I was like, yeah, you're right. My bad. But Willie said it too. He's like, I don't know, but something didn't feel right before that game.
Yeah,
it was a tough one for Todd Bowles.
That's what didn't feel right.
Yeah, that's what it was. We don't belong here.
Yo.
Peter, can I say one thing from yesterday? Because I wanted to help you out. Cake all day long, my man. I'm not putting pie.
Thank you.
Pie's not horrible, but cake all day long, Peter. I'm with you on that, man.
I agree.
Aaron Glenn thing. Can I say one thing about Aaron Glenn?
Sure.
Quickly.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, judge the man as what he's done right now. I'm sick and tired. I'm listening all the time. I'm sick of hearing about how he's not the answer. Okay, he's a brand new coach. Of course, he's gonna make decisions that are gonna make you scratch your head. That comes with the territory. But as far as his team playing for him, they're giving him their all. He's made some good decisions with Muji as far as the draft and what he did with Quinnen and Sauce. I think that they're playing hard for him, and we got to give him his props, man. Judge the guy for what he's done. He's just set us up now on top of it with these draft picks. I think the guy's going to be good. Yeah. Did he get rid of Rodgers? That was a head-scratcher. Has he made some head-scratching decisions? Should he pull Fields a little bit longer earlier in a couple of games? Yeah. But we could have had a couple of wins here, right, guys? And judge him, man, as what he's done, his body of work. I mean, give me a break.
I still believe I still do not believe that was his decision to let Rodgers go. He might have agreed with it.
Yeah.
But I think that came with the job. Rodgers is gone.
Thanks, Danny. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
And we'll pass that off to the morning show.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, coming up, our picks.
Oh, God.
Yeah, why? Yeah? Not feeling it already? Big Thanksgiving weekend. NFL picks coming up next. ENN at 6. Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
St. John's faces 21st ranked Auburn in their third game of the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins at 7:40 on the ESPN New York app.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop in Manhattan West Plaza, a block from the Garden. They'll be talking all things NHL.
It's hockey, man.
And they'll be joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL shop. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
What's the game called?
Football. These are the Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg Pro Picks.
That's football!
All right, so as we head into Thanksgiving weekend, Don LaGreca still leads the way, 17-19. I think closer to 500, Donnie.
Yeah,
32 points after a 1-2 week last week, but you hit a big 3. I am just scrapping along here at 14-22, but I make the most of my points. 28 points, so I'm 4 back of you, Donnie. I had a 2-1 week last week. I missed a 3-0 by a half a point, killing me.
I know the hook.
But a big 4-point. Wait, no, I had a 5-point week. What do you mean a 4-point week? I had a 5-point. I had my 3 and my 2.
That's fine.
Let's update those numbers.
So this doesn't affect the standings, though.
No, but I should be 3 back of you then, if that's the way the math works. And then Peter Rosenberg at 11-25, locked in for the number 1 pick in the draft. 22 points, so I got a little bit of a distance now from you. There was a moment there, though, you were scaring me.
Not yet, baby.
But
You're not out.
2-1 last week, a very good week. Got a couple of points. You got your 2 and your 1, so you missed your 3. So with that in mind, Don LaGreca, our fearless leader, take it away.
Jarv and I have you at 28 points, by the way.
All right, but I had 5 points last week.
How?
I mean, how? My 3 and my 2.
Your Chiefs were your 2, your Cowboys were your 1, according to the list.
That you got it wrong.
All right.
Because I had it written down.
Wait. What were you saying was your 3 last week? No, Browns was his 3.
Yeah, the Browns is my 3.
Yeah. You know what? You see that now? You know what that's called? It's called a teammate, and it's called honest.
And it's also
Kansas City 2, Dallas 1. That's what I have.
No. Yeah. Kansas City 2.
Yeah.
Dallas 1.
No.
So Peter's saying yes, Alan's saying no. Which one is it?
No,
boy. No. I'm sorry.
No, Dallas was not my 1.
I'll go back and listen.
I only know that Cleveland was his 3. So you're saying the question is, was it a 2 or a 1?
It's the 2 or 1 that would have made it a 4 or 5. Yeah. Whatever, man.
Wait. Hold on. Kansas City was my 3. And I believe it was your 2.
That's what.
You know what? I don't know.
And we got it wrong.
By
Which means it was a 4-point week.
Yeah, by a half. But I don't know. Okay, go ahead. I didn't bring all my notes with me today. So, regardless, Don is still the leader. So let Don make his pick.
Can I get an update on the number in Baltimore?
Oh, Baltimore, I have it at 7. Has it changed?
7 is what I'm seeing.
Okay. And that game is in Baltimore, and that is the prime time game. We've got the return of one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. That's a pretty hefty number for a divisional matchup. Burrow's coming back for a reason, right? Because Burrow wants to see if he can't make something of this season, be disruptive. I am going to go with Cincinnati covering the 7 as my 1-1 point play.
All right, love it. Love what you've done there.
I'm a little worried about the hook here, but dude, the Bills got to show up at some point, man. I think the Steelers are a little bit fugazi. It's 3.5. It's on the road, but come on, Buffalo, show me something here. It's going to be my 2-point play. I think Buffalo takes care of business in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. And I mentioned it, and Peter agrees. And we'll see if Peter's got the same cubes that I do.
Oh, boy.
I've loved the Giants here. At some point, the worm's got to turn, right? You take a look at what the Patriots have done with their 9 straight wins and a lot of one-possession games. Again, I'm not taking anything away from them, but they play close. They don't blow teams out. The Giants don't get blown out. They hang around at 7.5. I think the Giants are going to cover the 7.5 in New England. I wouldn't be shocked if they actually won in New England on Monday Night Football. I've got the Giants, and I'm so feeling good about it. It's my 3-point play. So let's go with the Bengals getting 7 is my 1-point play. I've got the Bills as my 2, and the Giants as my 3-point
Stones,
play.
baby.
That's
Lay
it.
it down.
Yeah.
I can't find our 3-3-3 drop. So,
and you know what I really want to see Allen do? You know what, Don? I want to see if Allen has the Cajones, as a gringo would say, to follow Shador for week 2.
I've confirmed Chiefs was Allen's 2-point play last week.
All right, yes, a point off the board. I love
Bang!
it.
You got to write your stuff down better,
so
buddy.
guess what? Guess what that means? That means I'm hanging here, Don. I'm still just 6-point.
Oh, no. The 22 to 28 is still accurate.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I was given the 4, and I don't know why. For me, I was.
You thought you
thinking,
had 5.
Yeah, I thought I had 5. It's 1 point. We're fine. We're going to make it up this week.
I'm in striking
I'm
distance.
feeling good. First and foremost, I want to make something clear. I'm done after tomorrow. That's right. I'm picking all 3.
I love what you're doing, and I'm worried because I like
Shador game. I could have played the Shador game. I could have done that.
Could have done that.
I've told you all. All right? We can't get lost in emotion. We can't. Emotion. We can't do that because then we're not picking the right way. We're picking with our heart, not with our head. So I want to pick tomorrow because I feel like tomorrow, this is a really good slate of games.
Hell yeah.
And they're all very competitive games, so it's going to be fun.
You bet your ace.
So, I'm with Don. The 1-point game, I'm with you. Bengals, I'll take the 7. I got Joe Burrow in my pocket. I know it's at Baltimore, but Baltimore has shown you this year the Ravines, they are not the same at home anymore like they used to be. So I want to just see if they can at least keep it close. It's not to say the Ravens won't win this game. It's just, to me, I think it's going to be a close game. It's the AFC North. We know anything's possible. And with Joe Burrow out there, it'll be a lot of fun. So there's my 1 point. Give me the same as Don, Cincinnati, and I'll take the 7.
1-point play.
That's the 1.
Okay.
Oh, look at you confirming. Look at you being that guy.
He is that guy Thursday right now.
Right? So, sorry if
that's
the
your
1
guy.
point discrepancy.
That's your guy.
It is my guy. I love him. My 2-point play, give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. I'll lay the 2.5 in Detroit. Like, this feels like the type of game for the Lions who might have been looking past a little bit the last week, Might have been sleeping a little bit, looking forward to Turkey Day. They hosted. It's a big deal. It's the Packers. You're talking about a big-time rivalry. I'm feeling like they're biting kneecaps. Dan Campbell's going to call a good game, and they're going to get the dub. That's my 2-point play, which means for 3, Kansas City at Dallas. Oh, what a game this is. Spicy, boys.
It's what you dream of.
This is spicy.
I'm feeling movement just thinking about
a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball. I'm going to tell you what. Since I picked the Lions, here's what you have to keep in mind. The last time the Lions and the Cowboys went 2-0 on Thanksgiving against the spread, you got to go back to when Don LaGreca debuted at this station.
Wow.
The last time they both straight up won, you got to go back to 94 when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup for the last time.
Wow.
So how do you pick both of them? You'd be out of your mind to do that, right?
Smoking dope.
Well, I'm not out of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm laying the 3.5. Road favorites? Everybody knows. I know that Dak doesn't lose at home, but that's only when he plays the NFC East. And Mahomes, they can't kill him. They ain't dead. And the Chiefs, their hand's going to come up from the grave. And they're going to say, we're back. And the Denver Broncos are going to feel the pressure as they're 2 games back with a lot of football left to play. And that's my 3-point play.
1, 2, 3-point play.
I love the fact he went all Thanksgiving. I love the fact he spit in the face of convention. That's a winner.
All of it. Cincinnati, give me the 7. Lions, I'll lay the 2.5. Chiefs on the road, I'm laying the 3.5. And the Chiefs aren't dead. The Swifties will love it on Thanksgiving.
I love what the man has done. He threw down, and he should be commended for it. Well, guys, time for me to get in here. I got to make these picks. Is there an opportunity for me to make up?
You sound so confident.
Any ground against these two, I'd say behemoths, but neither's very good. Don better than Allen, but neither's anything you're bringing home to your mom.
Well, you have a big day, and I have a bad day. You're tied with me. You're right there.
Let me. Don asked if I have the cajones to go with him and
Cubes,
hold.
I said.
Cubes. He said cubes.
To hold hands and ride with the Giants. You bet your ace I do. Yeah. Enough for 1 point. That's right, 1 point play.
That's Thelma and Louise, but they're not holding hands.
Well, we're jumping, though. I'm jumping with you.
We're going off the cliff.
Definitely a jump.
Definitely, yeah. Look at Anthony. I'll take the Giants to cover the number. Big number there for the Patriots. Giants play everyone close. They'll be up in the fourth quarter. They'll lose, but they'll cover the 7.5. Give me the Giants for 1. Now, that makes my 2-point play very, very interesting. And it comes down to Thanksgiving Day.
Ooh.
And Allen just spit the stat right in our face.
Yep.
How hard it is for both teams to cover and win outright. And that's why me and Allen are going to have – you want to talk about moving day.
Uh-oh.
You want to talk about moving day.
Let's talk about it.
Give me the Packers and the Cowboys right in your ace. All right?
Wait a minute.
Right in here?
No.
No, you can't say it?
No, I was told that you can't say that.
Yeah, but the last part I said is not a word.
In your ace?
But ace is not a word. Ace is an ace.
YouTube got to enjoy it.
All right.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this because you're going to have to repeat it for the non-YouTube.
All right, I'm going to say it again. Hold on. I'm going to say it the right way now.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. That's why you talk about moving day. Your boy is going for it with the Packers and the Cowboys for your ace.
There you go.
Whatever works.
How about that?
Wow.
How about them apples?
What's the point allocation out of
You're
curiosity?
taking points. Yeah, right. All right, so you're taking the points, but what's the point allocation?
Now, if he doesn't get both, he loses 5 points.
That's exactly right. That doesn't matter. But I'm putting my 2-point play with the Green Bay Packers and my 3 on them Cowboys.
How about them
I've never been prouder of our picks. Never.
I love it.
Why not? Because here's the beauty of it. If I win, I'm back.
Yeah.
If I lose, I'm that meme on the internet of Elmo with the fire. Is it Elmo? Grover? Whoever it is. The fire I'm just relishing in the
You
burn.
can't be more dead.
No.
Right.
But he loves it.
So you might as well enjoy it.
He loves it. He's miserable. He loves it. So that's our picks. And now coming up next, the 2 greatest words in sports, ENN. Next.
Snow Country. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in-store. The ski season's off to a very good start with multiple snowfalls throughout November at areas like Whiteface in the Adirondacks and Killington, Vermont. Some midweek showers before a cool down throughout Thanksgiving weekend. So we'll ski on firm groomed snow. Start your season with well-tuned, freshly sharpened skis. Whiteface in the Adirondacks, 14 trails, top to bottom skiing and riding for intermediates or better, and the Learning Center opens Saturday. Gore Mountain opens Friday, so does Bel Air in the Catskills and Jiminy in the Berkshires. In Vermont, Killington, 28 trails cover 15 miles. That includes novice skiing on Snowshed at Killington. Stratton opens Wednesday, Smuggler's Notch Friday. They'll ski throughout the Thanksgiving holiday weekend.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
For the Jets, it's more about culture building. The Jets need to at least win 3 out of these next 5. So that's going to put them at 5 wins, which is respectable. But if they win 7, you get nervous that you're out of the top 10. You don't want this team out of the top 10 because they have the ammunition that if they're in the top 10 to move up to 5 if they see a guy that's there.
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night and a wonderful Thanksgiving. Get home safe and quick. Hitting the brakes over at the Tappan Zee Bridge, trying to make your way onto the Rockland side. Crash on the thruway northbound by 9W and Nyack. Delays there. Go back into Westchester. All of your purchase the outbound Georgia awful aside from the Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound slam from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George upper deck will run you about 20 to 30 minutes. Lower level about a 10 to 15 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln your best bet at 20 to 30. Outbound Holland going to run you 45 plus. Islanders home tonight at the UBS Arena in Queens. Solid ride on the Cross Island southbound heading over to Hempstead Turnpike from Northern Boulevard. Devils are home in Jersey tonight at the Rock in Newark. 280 packed in both directions, approaching 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports.
Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to ENN. ENN.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's on.
Let me go to it, because
you got it. Oh, yeah, you're there.
I'm here, and I guess I didn't realize that I had to find.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to find those.
There's a million. People should see. I wish the YouTube viewers could see just how many damn buttons are on this thing.
A lot of buttons.
Oh, my, there's so many buttons. What buttons do you push here?
There you go.
Rayro, there's one. I don't know where Rayro is.
And the other one.
You ever watch YouTube?
And you ever
Don't know
watch
where
Thanks.
Fine.
Don't know where that is either.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also that.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. I'd like to start off tonight's big ENN by saying good evening to Alan.
No, he's still got a lot of tire left on that tread.
All right, clean day.
And to Don.
No, there wasn't a clean day. I hit the wrong one.
Oh. Good evening to Alan.
Yeah. How about your nuts? Can I get some?
And good evening to Don.
I was on the prowl. I had a clean day.
Yes, you did.
And to Don.
No.
You know what? I'm going to say alcoholic, no fraud.
And good evening to me and Don. My nuts are always yours.
How about these nuts?
But by the way,
Maya.
And good evening to Maya.
Yes. She talking?
Mama?
Wait, she said mama.
Whoa! Mama? Maya, can you say mama? Okay, you just want to clap instead?
Is that the first time she said mama?
I swear to God that was
on
the first
the
time.
air?
You know what that is, Peter?
A strange pull?
It's Dada. It's always been Dada.
Wait, did you just say mama?
Yes, she did.
By the way, this is big. She's never said the "muh" sound. Anthony, can you try to cut that? Did that actually sound like mama?
Listen, to be able to have an audience for saying mama for the first time, that is cool.
If that really happened.
That did really happen.
I swear I heard mama.
No, I definitely heard it.
Well done.
She looks, by the way, she looks seconds. I don't know if you can tell. She looks seconds from a meltdown. But she did. I swear that was a mama.
This looks tremendous.
Well,
do you think is it because she just saw Don and instantly thought of Mama's family?
Well, listen, I know that he's persona non grata, but Bill Cosby had a great bit about, having a son and teaching him football and showing him how to throw the football and teaching him how to tackle and teaching him how to read the playbook and getting him into school, and he gets to play in a bowl and he scores a touchdown and he stares at the camera and goes, "Hi, Mom." That was you. You trained her to be on radio.
Oh, yeah.
She's on television. She has you to thank for that.
Wow.
And her first word on national TV and radio is Mom.
That's unbelievable. Mama. What's our HD station again? 101 what now?
Pusick? He's contemplating.
He's probably cutting. He's probably cutting the mama.
I know Anthony's done with me. I think he's done with everybody.
No, he's got a million.
He wants
things
6:30 like it's gold.
Oh yeah.
21 minutes, boys. 21 minutes.
He would die.
What happened?
If 6:30 were a pool, he'd jump in naked.
I don't. What's happened that's so bad today?
I don't know.
A lot going on. A lot of demand. A lot of things he's had to cut. Of course, with games, we have 2 broadcasts tonight after our show, Rangers and Knicks.
I needed something before, and I didn't get it, and he snapped it.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Yeah.
Maya? Okay. All right.
I don't know why I'm guilty of all the things you get. I'm talking to someone who doesn't have headsets, so it really makes no sense.
She can't hear us, no.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're saying Maya.
If only Don, though, was in all red light right now, if the Devils could do some of their pregame stuff, Maya could just enjoy that.
That's a great point. All right, I'm gonna get ahead and move on here in the ENN, but I want to start ENN after my introductions, which were amazing, by saying that this Thanksgiving, Maya, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way for us to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Now, here's how it works. Right. We can we can do a parlay together, you see? Now, you can't bet because you're only 10 months old. But me and my brother and my dad, if we all want to jump in, we can pick our own bets from each game, and it all goes together. But listen, Mike, it gets even better because everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So if I want to bet Lions-Packers, you already know I like the Pack. My brother could bet Chiefs-Cowboys. You know I like them boys. And then my cousin or my dad, whoever, someone else could jump in on the Bengals-Ravens. We turn it into a parlay. So grab your crew and start your build to get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over, and physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Quick shout-out to Rico in the YouTube chat. His wife is having their second daughter in January. Shout out to you, Rico.
Wow. How much you want to bet he can throw that football over the mountains down there?
Yeah.
Anthony, I don't want to risk you
Suave.
punching me in the face, but were you able to find the mama drop?
Yep, it'll be out soon.
Oh, there you go.
See, he's working.
Right. So mind your business and get to
What did you
step
guys
in and
do
do
to
a
him?
show.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I blame myself.
Did you do something?
I asked him because I'm having some trouble. I needed the lines for the games, and I'm having trouble with my phone, and obviously my iPad is the camera. So he said he'd text me, and he never texted me. So I said, "You never texted me," and he snapped. Sit, you stink. I said,
Well, now Mom is driving around listening to the program, so I'm excited for her to hear Mom. Yeah, She just looked at me when I said Mom. You see that? And now Bear is in here, too. It's a true Thanksgiving show.
Get Bear to say Mama.
Right. Really want to impress me?
Yeah, show me something.
Come on.
Have you ever seen that Simpsons when they show these monkeys in the factory writing, and it says, it was the best of times, it was the blurst of times. Moron! All right. Guys, let's get into ENN, shall we?
Do it.
There's so much happening in the world today. All needs to be discussed. Four-time Pro Bowler Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to return to the Lions. Wednesday was the deadline for him to come out of retirement to play this season, and he is back. Obviously, Lions trying to do their best to win this division in a battle with the Packers on the Thanksgiving appearance tomorrow, which will start off your football day. Isn't it always funny when they do the stupid turkey leg after the game? That may be the stupidest part of the Thanksgiving tradition.
It was only funny when, like, Madden, because he would describe the turkey, the turducken.
And we'd have a turducken conversation.
Yeah, right.
That was it. Now that it's just like, Kevin Burkhardt talking about turkey, it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
By the way, when we played that Lawrence Taylor clip earlier, I got to tell you guys, I think I had actual movement hearing Summerall's voice.
I know.
It's so – and like –
Danielson looking outside. He threw. Picked off by Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor down the sideline. Don't think he can't run. Lawrence Taylor's going to go and burn them all. 97-yard touchdown interception by Lawrence Taylor.
I love how he said, don't think he can't run. Going to burn them all.
No, first of all –
no steppage.
First of all, no better voice, in my opinion, ever in football. And the fact that he's the play-by-play guy and a former player just blows my mind. Freaking love it.
And burn them all.
The funny thing is like up until then, it was almost like linebackers were safeties. So you got almost to remind people that, linebackers can sack the quarterback. Linebackers can intercept passes. Linebackers have speed. Like, you needed to tell people then, back then. Because, like, linebacker was almost defensive Jace at times. They didn't do things Lawrence Taylor did.
No, he was a freak. Lawrence Taylor and Tecmo Bowl, do you remember?
Oh, it was a guarantee on special teams that no extra point would ever be made after a touchdown. He would tackle the holder before before the ball got there. The glitches in Tecmo were made. Like, let's be honest, Bo Jackson was great, but that was a glitch in Tecmo Bowl that he couldn't be tackled.
Yeah,
that Lawrence Taylor couldn't be blocked. And it made the game interesting, but I think they were actual mistakes.
Yeah, it can't be that way. It can't. I know you want Taylor good. It can't be that he blocks every extra point. It's not realistic.
But it was fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your special Thanksgiving NFL announcer lineup. All right, we got it. There you go. We made it. I'm told, by the way, that the mama drop is out on social media. It is not a drop on the air, but it is a social media clip. Already, what is that, on Twitter, Anthony?
Yes, on Twitter.
On the Twitter vehicle. So that's the best we can do for the mama. I appreciate it. Here we go, guys. Let's get right to it. Thanksgiving is here. Oh, and it's moving day on this program. The Green Bay Packers at Detroit Lions. 1 o'clock on Fox. You already know it's a Kevin Burkhardt vehicle.
Keith, these are definitely not pumpkins.
Not a Burkhardt guy? Oh, no. But don't worry. Tom Brady's on the call.
I have a lot of friends here. I'll kick their coverage.
And he's joined by the iconic Aaron Andrews.
Who was talking about you?
And, Maya, the legendary Tom Rinaldi.
How spectacular and great is this?
But don't worry, Maya, because right when you get up from your nap, we will settle in and get into some Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys. CBS 4:30, and that means, guess what?
Hello, Fritz.
That's right. Jim Nantz is on the call, and he'll be joined by Tony Romo.
He's out by a tushy.
Also, Maya, we know you love the ladies, Tracy Wolfson on the side.
Wow, what a game, as we expected.
8:20. We have a nighttime vehicle, if you're still awake for it. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Ravines of Baltimore. Mike Tirico on the call.
They still seem to resonate.
There are 3 teams.
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett's basically a rock, and they put him on TV because he's a ginger.
And, of course.
What?
The Eagles could even run the tush push with me at quarterback.
That's Melissa Stark. Now, Don, what's the better theory from you? That avocado's a government conspiracy, or that Jason Garrett's only on TV because he's a ginger?
We'll have to hear it on Monday.
Yeah,
Don's dead?
Well, I was trying to get to. We'll just do that. I was trying to get to see if I could use drops to answer the question for you.
Yeah, but it's hard. It
would have been really funny.
Well, Don's off.
Mind.
It's
on you.
Don's off to hockey duties. All right, Black Friday, guys.
Right.
It's prime, and it's Chicago at Philadelphia. You know what we call this? The Buddy Ryan Bowl, Maya. That's right, because he was the famous defensive coordinator for the Bears and the head coach for the Eagles.
Thanks.
Get it? Yeah. Al Michaels is on the call.
He did what?
He'll be joined by the sometimes underrated, because that's how good he is when it comes to NFL, Kirk Herbstreit.
That's right, Kirk Herbstreit.
And Kaylee Harding.
I love you guys.
The spelling of Kaylee Harding's last name is tough for me. Hartung. We go to Sunday, and we start at 1 o'clock. Yeah, you throw out the record books, Maya, when the Rams and the Panthers get together, and for a game like that, you need Adam Amin on the call.
Now stands erect.
He'll be joined by the future Hall of Famer, Drew Brees.
I can't stand to watch that offense.
And Christina Pink on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, the swagger is back.
We stay at 1 o'clock. We go to CBS, and a rivalry unlike any other. The San Francisco 49ers at Allen's Cleveland Browns.
Click!
Shedeur Sanders back at the helm for week 2. Can he go 2-0 as a starter? Kevin Harlan will tell us.
That was a thick pick!
He'll be joined by Trent Green.
Holy smokes.
And the great Melanie Collins.
This rivalry never disappoints. When you... Derek, take me through that run.
Is it playoff Saturday or is it Thursday? I don't know, but it's the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. CBS 1 o'clock. Our friend Ian Eagle on the call.
What if I called you a wanker?
He'll be joined by the very, very good J.J. Watt.
That was like a WWE heel term.
You said very, very good.
Is that what I said?
Like I was waiting for oh, wow.
She's done.
She's into it, though. Is she telling you to wrap it up, B? Is she playing you out?
I think so. Hey, can someone come take the baby, please? She's had enough. Yeah, play her out. She's had enough. That's right. And by the way, on the sidelines.
The lobby is bustling. There is an energy here.
On the sidelines, it's Evan Washman.
The lobby is bustling. There is an energy here.
My production assistant, my brother Nick, just came and took the baby off. She's been
Awesome.
played out. We stay at 1 o'clock. We go to Fox, and we go to Miami. Oh, this is a game that you dream about. Smells like diarrhea. The New Orleans Saints at the Miami Dolphins. Chris Myers.
I have Chris Myers.
He'll be joined by Stink Schlereth.
Lick my fingers and touch it.
And the great Jen Halle.
A down-to-the-wire thriller.
Also at 1 o'clock and on Fox, another beautiful game. The Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. And for a game like that, it has to be Kenny Albert.
Then I usually play ping pong. I've been doing that for the last week or so.
He'll be joined by Jonathan and Megan O'Leary on the sideline.
At this point in your career, to have a performance like this, I can't even take you serious. I love it.
A lot of 1 o'clock games. We stay on Fox. And another great rivalry unlike any other when the Cardinals and the Bucks get together.
Oh, yeah.
I almost picked this game. The Bucks are a 3.5-point favorite. Bounce back spot, I think, maybe for the Bucks. Kevin Kugler on the call.
And it's caught! It's a touchdown!
He'll be joined by Daryl Johnston and Allison Williams on the side.
I feel like I got invited to sit at the big kids table. This is awesome, so thank you.
Last 1 o'clockers in Tennessee.
Oh, no.
Very Thursday.
Yep.
The Jaguars at the Titans. Doesn't it feel like the AFC South teams play each other like 6 weeks a year?
Every week.
It really feels like that. Spiro Didi's on the call.
My heart is always at the Jersey Shore.
He'll be joined by Adam Archuleta.
Adam Golden Archuleta.
And Aditi Kinkwabala on the sidelines.
Thanks for having me. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining. It's not raining.
In the nap slot at 4:05, we go to Seattle. Thought about this one, too. 10.5-point spread for the Seahawks over the Vikings. Seahawks roll at home, man. Joe Davis on the call.
Oh, my gosh!
He'll be joined by Greg Ulysse.
Chilling on the 7th floor. I got to let these chickens know. Big Greg is in the house.
I still am not over it.
Got to let these chickens know.
I can't believe Greg Olsen said he's going to let these chickens know.
I love it.
Pam Oliver's on the sideline.
They're doing a hell of a job. That's a quote. Mommy's got a clean mouth.
4:25 on CBS. The Raiders and the Chargers. Sort of a battle of L.A. Andrew Catalan on the call.
Going up high and bringing it down for 6.
Charles Chuck Davis.
Take your shots downfield, Carolina.
Jason McCourty.
It's okay, Ragnow.
And A.J. Ross.
Texans running back Joe Mixon dapping it up.
4:25, the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. You already know when you get two franchises like that together, even if the Steelers are sliding a bit. By the way, do we have a word on Aaron Rodgers?
I have not seen.
Jim Nance is on the call.
Tony.
He'll be joined by Tony Romo.
Nance needs a bathroom break.
And Tracy Wolfson.
Are you kidding me?
Earlier this year, this sounded like a really great idea. Super Bowl rematch, two upstart teams. Well, one of those teams has decided not to show up.
Still uncertain about the Rodgers deal, by the way.
Uncertain on Rodgers.
Uncertain.
Okay. Well, the Bo Nix and the Broncos will be taking on Marcus Mariota and the Commanders. Jaden Daniels practiced today. Got to see highlights of him running around, chucking the ball. No contact, though. He's unlikely to play.
You had movement.
I did have movement to see that. It was great to see. Seeing movement from Jaden Daniels gave me movement.
Gave you movement, right.
8:20 on NBC. Mike Tirico on the call.
Christian Bezadenhout.
Will be joined by Chris Collinsworth.
Josh Allen's my fantasy quarterback.
Oh.
And Melissa Stark.
Chris Collinsworth is very excited because he started you on his fantasy team.
Lastly, guys, Monday Night Football. We talked about it a lot. Super Bowl rematch, the Giants and the Pats. 8:15 on ESPN and ABC. Joe Buck. Troy Aikman.
Love me. Yeah, feed him.
And Lisa Salters.
Welcome to the playoffs.
And, of course, Laura Rutledge.
Enjoy that flight.
That'll do it for ENN. That'll do it for this entire week. The NFL announcer lineup. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, Alan.
Yes, you too, Peter and Maya. That was great to get that experience of her second word, and she got to say mama on the air. That's probably the highlight of this show. But we hope everybody highlights this entire weekend and be thankful for everything you have. We're thankful for you. We'll talk to you next week.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every